step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC3. So good to hang out with you, my brother. Looking smart, my boy.
Look at us. We're ready.
Hey.
I mean, we look like money. We look.
Yeah, I like that.
Smell like money.
I love it. Very good. Good weekend, yes?
Yeah, it was a good weekend. Had friends over from Joburg visiting.
Nice.
And of course, the weather wasn't so great here in Cape Town. We've had hail, we've had like winds, we've had all sorts. But it was fun. It was a fun weekend.
Any rain is good. We need good. We need rain, which is fantastic. But thank you very much for tuning in and joining us this morning. We're going to have a great Monday, man. It's going to be amazing. Hope you kick back and relax this weekend. Taking a look at what's happening today on your little breakfast basket here this morning. Some great music. I'm so happy this boy is back. We've missed him. He hasn't been here for a while. Yeah. Carl Deutsch in our studio. He's going to be here performing for us. We'll catch up with him as well to find out too what has he been up to lately.
We know Kyle is a big favorite, so I can't wait to see him perform. Also coming up, we're going to be chatting to our resident tech expert, talking about the recent allegations of cyber attacks on US political groups and what this means for the US and for the world.
Exactly, going forward as well. Big news, that's your trending tech news. Also, the future of travel and travel trends. Yes, maybe we whet your appetite a little bit for traveling, but the world is definitely getting smaller. It's easier to get around. What is it going to be looking like in the future?
And then my favorite, or our favorite relationship expert, Dr. Eve, she's with us this morning talking what happens when we were on a break in a relationship. What does that mean for the relationship and how to navigate that space, right?
If something happens, can you bring it into the relationship once again? I don't know.
Can we talk about it?
Big one, big one.
Yeah.
Call us 021-430-9881. That's a number to keep on hand. But let's kick your Monday into gear. Here's the beautiful Leanne with your news headlines.
Thank you so much, team, and a very good morning to you at home. Let's get you updated on what's happening in the news. Higher Education Minister Naledi Pandor says 20 billion rand will be set aside over the next 3 years for housing projects at various disadvantaged universities across the country. Pandor and the founder of the Mangosuthu University of Technology in Durban, Inkatha Freedom Party leader Nkosi Mangosuthu Buthelezi, opened new student accommodation at the institution. Accommodation problems at the institution have come under the spotlight after the killing of a student, Zolile Khumalo, earlier this year at an off-campus residence, allegedly by her ex-boyfriend. International Relations Minister Lindiwe Sisulu is the Chancellor. Snow, hail, floods and gale force winds were experienced in parts of the country yesterday, including the Western Cape. Even Table Mountain was capped with a smattering of snow. The South African Weather Service has recorded snowfall in the high-lying areas of the Cape Winelands, West Coast and Overberg districts. A total of 328 homes were affected by flooding in Cape Town. Meanwhile, warnings were issued for extremely high fire danger conditions in certain parts of Northwest, Free State, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, Mpumalanga and Limpopo. Now moving further abroad, Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa has vowed to open a probe into the violence which followed the country's July election. He was speaking after being sworn in at a stadium in the capital Harare. Mnangagwa, whose inauguration comes after the disputed July election, says he will soon announce members of a commission of inquiry into the violence. Earlier in his inaugural address to the nation, as elected president, Mnangagwa called for unity amongst Zimbabweans, saying, "We are all Zimbabweans. What unites us is greater than what could ever divide us." And then finally, tributes from former US presidents and across the political spectrum have poured in for Republican Senator John McCain, who has died at age 81. Barack Obama, who beat him to the White House in 2008, said that they had shared a fidelity to something higher. President Donald Trump, whom McCain had strongly criticized, tweeted his deepest sympathies to McCain's family, but did not comment on his life. Sources quoted by US media said Trump would not be invited to the funeral. Former Presidents Obama and George W. Bush are expected to give eulogies. Well, that was your 6 o'clock news update. Here's a look at what's happening in the world of sport. Ewan has all the details.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Let's quickly take a first look at your sporting action and what went down this weekend. Firstly, rugby news. The Springboks lost their first game in the Rugby Championship this season as they went down to Argentina by 32 points to 19 in Mendoza on Saturday. The Argentinian fly-half Nicolas Sanchez proved to be a match winner as he scored 17 points to end his side's 6-game losing run at home in the tournament. And also in Rugby Championship action, New Zealand beat Australia by 40 points to 12 at Eden Park. Staying with rugby now, to round 2 of the Currie Cup kicked off this weekend, which saw victories for the home teams in all 3 matches. At Newlands on Saturday, defending champions Western Province dominated from start to finish as they trashed the Free State by 32 points to 0. Elsewhere, the Sharks downed the Bulls by 26 points to 10 in Durban, while the Lions beat the Griquas 62-41 at Ellis Park. Then moving over to soccer news, the first leg of the MTN 8 semi-finals took place this weekend with Cape Town City, Sundowns, SuperSport and Chiefs in action. In Cape Town on Saturday, Cape Town City put one foot in the final as they beat Mamelodi Sundowns by 1-0 thanks to a Tariq Phillies goal in the 75th minute. In other semi-final results, SuperSport United and Kaizer Chiefs drew 2-2 at the Lucas Moripe Stadium. And staying with soccer news, Arsenal secured their first points of the new Premier League season on Saturday, and that's thanks to a 3-1 home win over West Ham. With the score at 1-1, second half goals from Issa Diop and Danny Welbeck saw Unai Emery to his first league win as head coach of the Gunners. In other results, Wolves drew 1-1 with Man City. Liverpool edged Brighton 1-0, while Chelsea downed Newcastle 2-1. And tonight, Man United will tackle Tottenham at Old Trafford at 9 o'clock, and that's South African time. That's where we leave your sport news for now. We'll bring an update on those headline stories in half an hour's time.
It's a brand new week, and that means we're back asking you to share with us what your morning looks like by sending us pictures of your sunrise on our Facebook page. But of course, I believe there's been snowfall as well. So if you've been out taking pictures of the snow, why don't you head on to our Facebook page and share that with us and let the rest of South Africa see what you got up to. Right now, though, I can see that Brian Henry sent us this gorgeous sunrise from Kenton-on-Sea, where you can expect a sunny and breezy day with a mild maximum of 17 degrees. Let's have a look at the temperatures across the country. Polokwane has a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 24. Mbombela, 10 and 19. Pretoria, sunny with a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 22. It's sunny in Johannesburg, 3 and 19. Mahikeng, 3 and 20. Klerksdorp, 0 and 17. Kimberley starts off at 0, ending off at a maximum of 14. Bloemfontein, -3 with a maximum of 13. Richards Bay, 11 and 19. Pietermaritzburg, 3 and 15. Durban, 11 and 18. Mthatha, a low of 4.5, 17. East London, 11 and 17. Cradock, 0 and 14. PE, 10 and a high of 17. George starts off at 10, ends off at a maximum of 15. Sutherland, -3 and 4. Cape Town is rainy today with 11 and a maximum of 13. Worcester is also rainy at 6 and 9. And if you're in Springbok, brace yourself for some suns, 2 and maximum of 14. Uppington, 2 and 15. Your next report at 6:30.
We'll take a quick look at social media on this Monday morning. Happy faces all round, excitement all round. And today we're focusing on traveling because there is just so much to see around the world. You want to know what's the best place that you've ever been to and where would you like to go? For me, Seoul, Korea still remains one of the best places I've ever been to. Those cherry blossom trees, absolutely beautiful. Vincent here says, good morning, Expresso fam. I can be glad I can travel to Botswana just to see those beautiful mountains and have a great day, and to you too. Glinda says, I would love so much to visit Cape Town, never been there. Well, come on over. It's nice and chilly here, bring something warm. Danae says, I'd love to see Dubrovnik in Croatia one day. I've never been overseas yet, but one day is one day. Teresa says, London, she'd love to go there. Ursh says, I was in Dubai and don't know if it's the best place to be, but I would love to see the world maybe soon. Well, hashtag fill up the passport. We're all about travel on this Monday morning. Hope you're having a great one. Thanks so much for joining us.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Princess, please can I have a muffin? Thank you. Oh,
you're in there quite early,
I am in there. You need to get your energies
loading.
going. I'm carbo loading, getting my energies up. Listen, there's so much coming up on the show. In fact, I feel guilty having this muffin because we're going to be talking resistance band workout on our fitness segment this morning.
Oh, don't worry, you have the entire day to work it off. That's really cool. Talking about working, how did you feel about what the Springboks are doing this coming weekend in their match against Argentina? We want you to share your thoughts with regards to the Boks versus Argentina match on the weekend. All that more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
And is there any It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, we all know August is all about Women's Month in South Africa. And we celebrate in this way because of the historic 20,000 women march against past laws to Pretoria's Union Buildings, which took place on the 9th of August, 1956. Now, 2018 is the centenary of Mum Albertina Sisulu. And of course, it is rightly being hailed, she is rightly being hailed as a woman of fortitude. So every day this month, what we've been doing is we've been bringing you quotes from some of the country's most iconic women and leaders, and of course, gaining some inspiration from the sheroes that we celebrate in our country.
That's correct, yes. And today's woman of fortitude is Mama Africa herself, singer, actress, UN Goodwill Ambassador, and anti-apartheid activist Miriam Makeba, who said, "I look at a stream and I see myself, a native South African flowing irresistibly over hard obstacles until they become smooth and one day disappear, flowing from an origin that has been forgotten toward an end that will never be."
Wow, powerful words right there. And of course, we know you strike a woman, you strike a rock. So we salute the role and the changes and the valuable contributions that South African women have made and continue to make in our beautiful nation.
All right, time to kick off your Monday morning with some feel-good exercise. Angelique van Linden joining us right now with a bit of a resistance band workout. You can see we all kind of tied up, so to speak. Angelique, good morning, love. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good, good. So nice to be here.
This is great, man. Welcome to our Feel Good Breakfast studio. This is by far one of my favorite pieces of equipment because you don't need much. You can do it anywhere. For somebody like me who likes to travel, hotel workouts, these kind of things, they come in very, very handy. So
one of my favorite go-to gym equipment.
Exactly. Invest in one of these, guys. Really do. Okay, cool. So show us. How do we use this?
So first one, I want you to just lunge, squat down in your one leg a little bit, and then I want you just to tap out to the back. Just small taps out. And you're going to start feeling this in your quad and also a little bit in your glute as well. Right, so give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2,
You had to give me the strong one, didn't you?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Other side, same thing, right? So we'll just repeat it this side. And the lower you can go down, the better, okay? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Next one, I want you to do a jumping jack, really basic, right? Jumping jack. And then you also want to squat down a little bit, bend those legs.
I've actually, let me admit, has never done this in my life before. So.
And then while you're doing this, I want you to do 4, 3, 2, and I want you to tap the floor with your hands. Tap. So just go out to the side. You're going to start feeling this in your glutes, in your quads, and take it up. Good job. Now I want you to just face me, and I want you to lift your one leg back.
Okay.
Also feeling this, also feeling this in your glute. Now I want you to lift it as high as you can, okay? Really squeeze in your glutes. Really feel, you feel that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's brilliant.
Absolutely.
Okay. Next one, get down on the floor for me.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to just lie flat down. I want you to lift your bum. I want you to squeeze as tight as you can. And I want you just to tap your feet out to the front. And you'll also feel this in your glutes, your quads. The higher you lift your hips, the more you'll feel this, okay?
I can definitely feel that burning
4,
right in there.
3,
in the glute.
2, and 1 more. Good job. Take it up. Well done. I've got 1 more for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go for 1 more.
Bring it up. Right, so I'm going to do a quick bicep just to show you guys you can do a full body workout with these beautiful little bands.
This is amazing. All right, cool.
Right, so I want you to really push in
Okay.
and activate your biceps,
Got it.
okay? And take it up.
So
4
just
more.
giving the resistance on the outside a little bit.
Yes. And if you're not seeing your delts and your bicep working, you're not fat, you're just not squeezing hard enough,
Okay.
right?
Is it working? Am I doing it right?
It's working.
Can you see
4,
something? Is it good?
3, 2, and while you're there, tap it out to the side. Just pulse it out. Good job.
That's great.
How
Good
you
for the
doing?
shoulders. No, great, man. This is amazing.
Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there for me.
So while we wrap this up, I mean, Angelique, with this type of training, what is this really
Are
good
you
for?
squeezing, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. What is this good for?
So
Like,
full body workout. I do arms, legs, abs, everything with these little babies.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You look amazing. So clearly it works. So try it out. I think you'll be back with us a little bit later on this morning. Give it a go. Okay, I'm sorry. She's on fire this morning, man. Let us know what you think about our resistance band workout this morning. Angelique will be back with a little bit of a more of a workout session, and you can maybe join us on the next one. In the PJs, it doesn't really matter. Stick around.
We certainly are looking forward to that. Now, after an impressive victory over Argentina last weekend, the Springboks were brought back down to earth in a hard way on Saturday with a disappointing 32-19 away loss to the Pumas. Now, digital sports editor Ashfaq Mohammed is here to help us unpack the Boks loss and also give us his thoughts on some of the other major sporting results from the weekend. And I think to say that most Bok fans, Ashfaq, were expectant of a victory, especially after the very first one that we got over them last weekend.
Yeah.
This was a disappointment to have to stay up at night at 9 o'clock on Saturday to watch the Boks getting beaten like that.
It was like a nightmare at night, Katlika.
But of course, the Pumas have always been known to be a very dominant side when they are playing at home.
Yeah, they're always tough at home, and the crowd gets into it, you know, and the tears are flowing at the anthems, and it's just so much, more voices than in Durban for them, where they lost by a bonus point, and that created the expectations for the Boks, you know, to go to Argentina, because they need a bonus point to keep in touch with the All Blacks in terms of the Rugby Championship tournament. So for them to have lost like this, Rassie called it embarrassing, and it was embarrassing.
In a lot of ways. Somebody even tweeted that they watched the Boks lose to Japan. Argentina can't hurt them with a crying face. Argentina scoring or crossing the line 4 times in comparison to the Boks 3 times, and tries there for us by Siya Kolisi and Lionel Mapu scoring twice. But for them, Batista Del Gui scoring twice, Nicolas Sanchez also getting in there, and Ramiro Moyano. And also their fly half was in
Nicolas Sanchez is brilliant,
form.
you know, compared to Andre Pollard. Unfortunately, Pollard really battling with a goal kicking. He missed the first one from right in front of the post. Me and you, we could have slotted that one, Katlego. It was that easy. But they just set the tone for the Boks, missing a number of tackles, just no cohesion. Lineouts were taken, some scrum penalties conceded. Just everything went wrong, and Rassie's got a lot of work to do ahead of the tour to Australia and New Zealand.
Absolutely, and that of course is coming up next Saturday when we take on Australia in Brisbane. That match
in 2 weeks time.
In 2 weeks' time, excuse me. That match at 12 p.m. South African time. Of course, New Zealand, man, looking ever so dominant against
I've been in Wellington for an All Black test, All Black Springboks, and I can tell you that wind swirls in that stadium. It's called the Cape Tin. So it's like a round, almost like a bedpan, and it's tough conditions.
Absolutely. I mean, the score there, final score 40-12 to New Zealand, and I remember seeing that try that Bowden Barrett ended up putting across the line, but that started off with Mackenzie out back, and they were just running lines,
Bowden
passing
Barrett,
the
4
ball.
tries, you know, it's a record against Australia. Brilliant performance. He's the best player in the world.
And of course there was a lot more sporting action. MTN 8 semi-finals. First leg 2-2 SuperSport United and Kaizer Chiefs, so the second leg is coming up, but I think a lot of people also just kind of jaws on the floor. Cape Town City 1-0 versus Mamelodi Sundowns. You were saying...
Yeah, for Benny McCarthy's men, although put some money had to raise quite a few first-choice guys because of the CAF Champions League coming up.
Of course.
But still, a great win for City and Benny. They can be confident of pulling it through in the second leg.
Absolutely. And in other sporting fixtures as well, Sebastian Vettel won the Grand Prix in Belgium to close up the gap to 17 points behind Lewis Hamilton. Currie Cup wins for Western Province Sharks and the Lions. English Premier League, we can go on for days about that as well, where Man City held to a 1-1 draw by Wolves. Newcomers. Unbelievable. The Premier Hockey League, of course, also concluding with the Blader River Bunters and Drakensberg Dragons being crowned the 2018 Premier Hockey League champions yesterday. Now, of course, the Springboks loss to Argentina was a very tough one to watch for any fan out there, and we had our say on the match, so now we want to hear from you. So what do you think the Boks did wrong against Argentina? What do you think, what changes does Rassie Erasmus need to make, and to make the squad a bit better, especially as we go on to taking the big dogs down in Australia and New Zealand? Give us a call on 0214309881. We'll be taking those a little bit later.
Definitely give us a call. And then coming up after the break, we've got the incredibly talented Kyle Deitch in the house. And of course, we need to, before we let him actually perform for us, we need to give him some rapid fire questions just to get to know him a little bit better.
And just for control as well. Kickstarting your Monday off on a very inspiring note, we're going to be chatting to 19-year-old Christy McKenzie, who heads off to Portugal next month to represent South Africa in the 2018 Canoeing Marathon Championships. That's going to be really nice and inspiring. So stick around with your Feel Good Breakfast Show after the break.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break. Instant hot chocolate? Of course, it's possible with Clover Super M when you hashtag try it hot this winter. Keeping the cast of Expresso smiling right through the chilly winter months, warmed up Super M is the simplest hot chocolate option when all you need to do is pour, heat and enjoy. So, hashtag try it hot with Clover Super M and catch the Expresso presenters putting their own twist on this cup of deliciousness made with love by Clover.
Hey, we turn the track up in the monitors. And is there anything you wanna know? Want some more vocals? 1, 2. I'll tell you everything you wanna know. Yeah. Oh, how I long for your embrace. Every moment of the day I'm thinking about you. One thing I know, you're worth the wait. Here in your arms is where I'll stay. And I told you to bring back the love, bring back the meaning. I want it all. Forgot the feeling of every moment spent alone, missing you. Would've given it all for just a moment with you. To bring back the love, bring back the meaning. I want it all. Forgot the feeling of every moment spent alone, missing you. Grab the keyboard up slightly. Giving it all for just a moment with you. 2, 3. Let it all out, let it out, let it resound out on the streets. I've got all the answers stacked in the bag. They coming home with me. If there was anything I tell you, such the world I follow now just to find you. How I long for your embrace every moment of the day. One thing I know, you're worth the wait. I thought I told you to bring back the love, bring back the meaning. I want it all. Forgot the feeling of every moment spent alone, missing you. Would've given it all for just a moment with you. 2, 3. Bring back the love, bring back the meaning. I want it all. Forgot the feeling of every moment spent alone, missing you. Giving it all for just a moment with you.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. It's a Monday morning. Kyle Deitch is in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. A man who needs very little introduction. Is that mine, Sis Princess? Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know why you're squeezing it over to your way. Just my starter for that. Good to have you back, man. Listen, I don't know if we've done this with you before, but we're going to do it again anyway. A rapid-fire series of questions over 60 seconds, and you answer with the first thing that comes to mind. Ready, Baba?
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Start the clock right now. What is Kyle Deutsch's biggest pet peeve?
People who bite their nails.
Would you rather cook at home or eat out?
Eat out.
Still or sparkling?
Still.
Can I get a celeb discount on a Chiro session?
Yes.
Wait, what is a Chiro session?
A Cairo session.
A Cairo session.
English, bro. Chiro session and you can't come.
Would you rather read a book or watch series?
Watch series.
If you had a wild animal as a pet, what would it be?
One of those lynx cats.
Oh, what would you call it?
Tigger.
Tigger. Okay. Are you an early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Europe or Asia for holiday?
Europe.
Casper or Questa?
Questa.
Your favorite comedian?
Carvin Goldstone.
Okay, you're a collab with any artist in the world that would completely kill your career?
Usher.
What? Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
A night on the town or a chilled one at home?
A night on the town.
If you could live in any city in the world, where would it be?
Durban.
Breakfast or dinner?
Dinner.
The last artist you playlisted?
Oh. I can't even remember what song.
You can't even remember. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. As for Chiro session, what on earth is going on with you? Monday mornings on live TV are amazing. Listen,
Chiro practitioner.
Can I play a Chiro practitioner?
Is that the Chiro practitioner?
But let's talk about your latest video. Now that we're talking.
Yeah.
Featuring Maps and Mishka. Beautiful,
yeah.
Beautiful video, man.
Thank
all
you,
the
bro.
feels there, man. What made you want to work with them, the two of them particularly?
I get along with both of them. We've obviously worked with Mishka on the movie Keeping Up with the Kandasamy, so we were involved with the Can't Get Enough track in there. And then Maps is a good friend of mine, and I thought they were perfectly suit roles for a music video. I mean, they are both heavy actors, so I gave them a call. They came through, and we just had a fun session. We shot in one afternoon, and it was
there good chemistry all around? Just tell me about the recording process of that video, because I mean, it's all about creating the visual that translates from the music, right?
So so we had the song called Now That We're Talking, and we wanted to create like a fun sort of sitcom-y vibe to the video. And so we ended up losing the first like hour and a half of footage. Because those shot on hyperlapse, and all the first entry scenes were like 0.03 seconds long instead of being the whole full thing. So we had some difficulty editing, but came out cool. It
actually did. I've seen bits of it, and we're looking at it right now as well. And in talking about things that are going well for you right now, is there talks of a Steve Madden, Kyle Deutsch collaboration happening? Come on, man, give us the scoop.
You got your ear on the ground.
Yeah.
So there is some cool stuff happening towards the end of the year, and Steve Madden's not the only people, so look out for that, bruv. And
who are the other people that we're talking about that you were working with? Come on, give us just a little bit of a spicy-nyana, man.
Sure.
Spicy-nyana, yeah?
No, can't yet.
Okay, so really, really big things that we can be expecting from you. Well, looking forward to it, and always lovely to have you in the studio. Looking forward to the performances as well. Make sure that you don't miss out on the performance by singer, songwriter, and Chiro practitioner, Kyle Deutsch, ladies and gentlemen.
In the national news, Higher Education Minister Naledi Pandor says 20 billion rand will be set aside over the next 3 years for housing projects at various disadvantaged universities across the country. Snow, floods and gale force winds in the Cape. Some 330 homes affected by flooding in the mother city. Snow, hail, floods and gale force winds were experienced in parts of the country yesterday, including the Western Cape. Meanwhile, warnings were issued for extremely high fire danger conditions in certain parts of Northwest, Free State, KZN, Gauteng, Mpumalanga and Limpopo. On the international front, Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa has vowed to open a probe into the violence which followed the country's July election. Mnangagwa, whose inauguration comes after the disputed July election, says he will soon announce members of a commission of inquiry into the violence. And then finally, tributes from former US presidents and across the political spectrum have been pouring in for Republican Senator John McCain, who has died at the age of 81. Barack Obama, who beat him to the White House in 2008, says they had shared a fidelity to something higher. Well, that was your 6:30 news update. I'll have a full bulletin for you at the top of the hour.
Thanks, Leon. Here's a quick look at the scoreboards on this Monday morning. The Springboks lost their first game in Rugby Championship this season as they went down to Argentina by 32 points to 19 in Mendoza on Saturday. And in other rugby news, round 2 of the Currie Cup kicked off this weekend as Western Province trashed the Free State by 32 points to 0. The Sharks downed the Bulls 26-10, while the Lions beat the Griquas 62-41. Now, the first leg of the MTN 8 semi-finals took place this weekend as Cape Town City beat Mamelodi Sundowns 1-0, while SuperSport United and Kaizer Chiefs drew 2-2. And finally, Arsenal secured their first points of the new Premier League season on Saturday thanks to a 3-1 home win over West Ham. Elsewhere, Wolves drew 1-1 with Man City, while Liverpool edged Brighton 1-0. We'll have another report for you at the top of the hour.
Let's quickly take a first look at what's happening out on the roads this morning. And in Western Cape, Gugulethu, there's been an accident on the N2 inbound. That's after Borchards Quarry. All lanes are open, but you can expect further delays with the roads being wet this morning. So if you are still heading out this morning, please drive with care. We'll continue bringing you those updates throughout the course of your Monday morning. I'll be back in half an hour's time.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
Just after 6:30, let's quickly take another look at your weather and your temperatures. Before we get there, we've asked you to send us some pictures, maybe what it looks like at your area. And there we have a beautiful picture from Anfra Dupree, who sent us a skyline from Brackenfell this morning. And you can expect some cloudy conditions going forward and also some evening showers for Brackenfell. Thank you very much, Anfra, for your picture. Looks absolutely stunning. Continue to do so. You can take those pictures and post them on our Expresso social media accounts. Expresso Morning Show SABC3 with that hashtag Expresso Show. With regards to your weather this morning, cool temperatures all around for most parts of the country, staying cool with cool maximums as well for your Monday. Polokwane 5 minimum this morning, reaching a mild maximum of 24. Mbombela 10-19, Pretoria 5-22, Johannesburg 3 minimum with a maximum 19 degrees, Maikeng 3-20, Klerksdorp around 0 this morning with a maximum 17, Kimberley staying cold, 0 this morning as well with a maximum 14 degrees, Bloemfontein -3, staying cool with a maximum 13, Richards Bay 11-19, Pietermaritzburg 3-15, Durban 11-18, Mthatha 4-17, East London 11-17, Cradock 0 this morning with a maximum 14, Port Elizabeth 10-17, George 10-15, Sutherland very cold today, -3 this morning, reaching a maximum of only 4 degrees, Cape Town 11-13 with some rain expected, Worcester 6-9, Springbok 2 minimum with a maximum 14, and Uppington starting off on 2 as well, reaching a high of 15 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 6:30 bulletin. I'll bring another update in half an hour's time, just after 7 o'clock.
Now, of course, the Springboks Rugby Championship campaign and World Cup preparations suffered a major blow on Saturday as the team lost to Argentina by 32 points to 19 in Mendoza. And we want to hear your thoughts about the Springboks display. What needs to be changed? What needs to be improved? Give us a call to share your thoughts on what went wrong for the Boks on Saturday. That number 0214309881. Ashfaq, I don't even know where to really begin, but of course the scoreline speaks for itself. One never really places too much of an importance, well, at least I guess a lot of people don't, on home ground advantage, but it seemed to really be the determining factor, if you will. Look at how the Springboks played out. What are your thoughts on exactly what went wrong?
I also think perhaps in terms of selection as well, Katlego, Rassie basically kept the same team from the team that won in Durban by a bonus point. Only Franco Mostert came into the starting lineup. And I think perhaps, after that Durban test, I wrote a column on IR Sports saying he should have changed a few things up. Guys like Steven Kitsoff coming off the bench had a great impact at Kings Park. I felt he deserved the start. In the loose trio as well, I wasn't quite happy with how things went in Durban. And there we see Francois Lowe, a great player he is, but just battling there, missing the tackle, unable to cover that space, and that is the flank's job. He must be there. Previous side as well, he missed the inside tackle off a ruck, and that caused it by Francois Lowe again, unfortunately, not able to catch up there. But not only him, just a whole configuration with Sia Kolisi and Warren Whiteley. Sia stood out again, wonderful try. He scored also tried his heart out on defence, but just not enough support. The centres battled as well defensively. So I think defence was the main issue, but also just some guys, but lethargic compared to last week.
Yeah, possibly. So that number 0214309881, the line is open. We're waiting for your call to hear your thoughts on the Boks performance over the weekend against Argentina, especially looking forward to the test matches coming up against Australia and New Zealand, and just our inability to deal with relentless pressure at some point, then we're getting stretched where you'd think that we have pace out wide, so we are able to have that cross-covered defence. It just didn't pan out. They were literally almost playing schoolboy rugby with us and running around.
Yeah, Rashi called it club rugby, you know, and that's perhaps an insult to club rugby as well. So I can tell you there's some tough rugby being played in the local leagues. But just also on attack as well, we saw last week in Durban, wonderful tries by the wings, but this time around it seemed like they tried to just bash it up. With the forwards, you know, up the middle, Andresa is in the centre, just slamming into guys instead of creating space out wide. I spoke to Graham on Friday about just moving the ball with their hands, and that didn't happen this time. You know, it was one of runners so predictable, and that made it easy for Argentina to defend.
So if you're Rassie Erasmus right now, what are you saying to the boys starting Monday as the preparations begin for the next one?
Put Saturday out of your head, totally. Rethink the game plan, because you've got to look at the World Cup as well. So longer term picture, I know Rashi said after the Saturday it was embarrassing, and now he can't continue with the plans he had for this tour of Australia and New Zealand. I say leave that alone, rather continue the plans. There's a bigger picture. Guys like Damien Willemse, some youngsters need to get opportunities. We need to know if they can handle test rugby. So stick to the plan. Don't go away now and panic stations and because we lost now we must get back to winning ways. Look at the bigger picture, and then you'll get much
build
more,
the squad.
Yeah, it's much more fruitful like that.
Great words, Coach Ashfaq. Thank you very much for that. Let's keep the conversation going online on our social media platforms. You let us know what you thought about the Springboks performance over the weekend. Of course, all other sporting fixtures as well that you might have enjoyed. Hashtag Expresso Show is what you need to do.
We're knocking those Monday blues before they even set in. After the break, we're going to be chatting to 19-year-old Christy McKenzie before she sets off to Portugal next month.
Monday blues for who? For what? Because Kyle Deitch is in the house and he's going to be performing for us after the break. We just can't get enough of this man.
Get game-changing flight deals with Travelstar's birthday flight sale. Launched on Expresso this August the 27th, 2018. Get ready to blow out some birthday candles and watch your travel dreams come true with domestic, regional and international flights on major airlines at amazing prices. Travelstar's online birthday flight sale runs from the 27th to the 31st of August 2018. Get new routes each day in Travelstar's newsletter, their flight booking app Flap, or follow social media to be the first to know.
One, two, yeah. And is there anything you wanna know? Track a little bit down. Oh yeah, I'll tell you everything you wanna know. Oh, how I long for your embrace every moment of the day. I'm thinking about you. One thing I know, you're worth the wait. You're in your arms, is where I'll stay. Nothing I told you. So bring back the love, bring back the meaning. I want it all. Forgot the feeling of every moment spent alone, missing you. We're giving it all for just a moment with you. 2, 3. Bring back the love, bring back the meaning. I want it all. Forgot the feeling of every moment spent alone, missing you. We're giving it all for just a moment with you. So let it all out, get it out, let it resound out on the street. I got all the answers stacked in the bag, they coming home with me. If there was anything I'd tell you. I search the world, I follow maps just to find you. I long for your embrace every moment of the day. One thing I know, you're worth the wait. I thought I told you, bring back the love, bring back the meaning. I want it all, forgot the feeling of every moment spent alone, missing you. Would have given it all for just a moment with you. 2, 3, bring back the love, bring back the meaning.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is the Expresso Show on a Monday morning, getting the week started on the right note. And it's time now to check out your local entertainment news. Have our local celebrities been well behaved? What have they gotten up to? What is it that they've been doing that's worth talking about?
Well, Nicole Nyaba has given us something worth talking about because she claims that she and AKA were together and they split because of DJ Zinhle. Now, after months of denying rumors about her relationship with AKA video vixen, Nicole Nyaba has come out about the alleged whirlwind romance with a rapper on the cover of Drum magazine. So she's finally telling the truth. Well done.
It's a tell-all.
Rumors that Nicole and AKA were romantically involved first surfaced late last year, but they both denied it. And in the Drum interview, Nicole has confirmed that not only were they in love, but they were also living together at AKA's house.
At what point?
But
when?
she denied it so many times. Okay.
When did they live together? At what point? When did we miss this relationship happening?
So
because
much.
as far as we all know, AKA and Bonang were together. And before that, AKA and Zinhle were together. When did she feature?
But wait, there's more. She says that Keenan is a nice guy. He's sweet. He opens the door for you, asks if you're hungry, and tells you how beautiful you are when you wake up in the morning. And she says that he was an amazing boyfriend.
Yeah.
But he was constantly making her fall in love with him, she says. She also revealed that she and AK apparently started dating a few months ago, but insisted that she was not the reason for his split with Bonang Matheba.
Oh, so this relationship happened afterwards.
That's me, because now we can believe you. First you were saying there's nothing, now you tell us there is, but now we can believe you.
Yeah, no, you have no credentials to be believed. But also, what a secret relationship, do you know what I mean? Is that AKA has been very open about his relationships the whole time. So we've known when he's been with Bonang, we've known when he's been with Zinhle, and this particular relationship has denied, and denied.
Exactly, but I love the fact when you say he was your boyfriend. He wasn't your boyfriend. You were just the snack until something else came along. Do you know what I'm saying? But because Bonang was there, Zinhle was there, but in the middle,
you were also there.
We don't know
somehow.
what's going on.
But here's the thing, here's the positive note to leave this on, is that at least we can say that AKA is a romantic guy. He's nice, he opens doors, he asks if you're hungry, he tells you you're beautiful, if that counts for anything.
Exactly, in the morning. Yes, thank you, AKA. He is a lovely guy.
Wow, well, that was your bite size of your local entertainment news for today. Hey, our celebrities are always just doing the most.
But he must just now stick to one girl.
Yeah, and later on we'll check out your international entertainment news, and hopefully that's just better than what we're hearing here.
Yo, Leanne, designating individuals to the snack pile since 6:44 this morning. Wow. Anyway, it's a Monday morning, and here at Expresso, of course, we love getting to know South Africa's next generation of sports stars, and our next guest is definitely one to watch. Christy McKenzie, who has already made a name for herself in the local canoeing scene with a second-place finish at the Doozy Marathon and a silver at the SA Marathon Champs this year. And in 2 days' time, Christy is off to Portugal to represent the country at the Marathon World Championship. It's so good to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, Christy McKenzie in the studio. Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me, yeah.
You must be very, very excited about your upcoming trip in 2 days' time. How are the nerves for the World Champs right now?
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous. We're going down before a lot of our teammates, so we've got some more time to check out the course when we're across there. But yeah, really excited to get across and see a new country. Yeah,
and canoeing is something that is a sport that has gained a lot of popularity very, very recently, especially with our performances in the Olympic Games. How did you find your passion for canoeing?
My dad started me off canoeing in rivers when I was really, really young. So just been playing around there for a while. And yeah, I just really got into it, decided I wanted to better myself in doozy, and then that's how I found Lee McGregor in the Max squad and decided to give marathons a bash, and this is my 3rd marathon world champs I'm going to.
That is exceptional. Well done to you and your team so far. So who are you expecting to be your toughest competition when you get to the world champs in Portugal? Who are you looking at?
The Hungarians are definitely always right up there and to be watched very carefully.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll definitely have our eyes out for them. They were the 2 in my singles last year, the 2 girls that beat me there. I came 3rd then. So, yeah, definitely going to be looking out for them. But, yeah, I think everyone on that start line, I'm an under 23 in my single this year, so I'm a baby of the group again. So,
which is always a good way to go. You start as the underdog.
Yeah, and also baby of the senior ladies, so I'm going to be paddling with Hayley Nixon. So, yeah,
that is fantastic.
Really excited.
So tell me about your preparation now going into this, especially with the experience that you've had in the past. And you're doing this all while you are a student as well, so you're studying too. How do you manage that, and what's your preparation been like?
Yeah, so I'm studying at the IE Varsity College in Cape Town, and it's been really difficult to train up here just because it's so cold and motivation to get out of bed when it's still dark in the morning. True. So they've actually been really great with letting me go and train in Durban for a while. So I've been doing all my assignments and everything through there, which has been really, really helpful for me. Yeah, but training's gone really, really well. I've seen a huge jump since SA marathons to now, so I'm looking forward to Worlds.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to your performance as well. And I mean, you were telling me earlier on that this year you completed the doozy with Bridget Hartley, who did so well for us in the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
And of course, with the performances we've had from our canoeists, what are your future aspirations and your dreams for yourself?
Well, doozy is always a big one to look forward to for myself. I absolutely love the running aspect of it and the adventure down the river, so that's always a big one for me. So hopefully this year, well, this year coming will be a good one for me. But yeah, just marathons is also so exciting, racing that for me. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how well I can do there. Sprinting hasn't always been my strong point, but just to make it to a Olympic Games would be amazing.
Oh, we're looking forward to that.
Bridge just inspires me every day. So yeah.
And listen, good luck in Portugal.
Thank you
Do
so
your
much.
very, very best. We know that you've already done us proud just by being there. So we look forward to seeing those results. And of course, we can follow your journey on social media. I know you're very active on social media at Christy Jo McKenzie for all the pictures, all the highlights, and full live reports, live videos from Portugal at the World Championships. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Christy McKenzie.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant. Right now, though, I think a story that will tug at your heartstrings because, as many of you might know, over the past while, we at Expresso, we are on a mission to help Choc raise funds for their new Pretoria home away from home. And this morning, we welcome Choc Regional Manager Lynette Muthroy, as well as Linda Toy and her 13-year-old son, Zadran, as they share their story on how Choc supported them through Zadran's cancer journey. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Lovely to connect with you and just hear firsthand at the work that Choc does and providing a home away from home. Zadran, my brother, firstly, can I just say Zadran is cancer-free right now. We'll get into his journey, but you are a warrior, my friend. Put it there, man. Put it there. So good to connect with you guys. Lynette, thank you very much for getting back to us.
Thank you so much.
Choc, the Childhood Cancer Foundation, it goes way back, 1979, when it first started off supporting a group to parents with children with cancer, and what a journey, because now you have homes away from home all across the country. Why is it so important for you, for Choc as an organisation, to educate and support families who face childhood cancer?
As Choc nationally, we always say that it's not only the child that is diagnosed, but it's the whole family that is diagnosed with cancer. And as you know, the illness brings a lot of burden upon the families, and many families do not have sufficient support. So as Choc, our aim is to make that burden much more lighter and provide practical support and care, as well as some counselling to the families,
And that is so important. That is absolutely important. Like you said, it's the whole family is involved in this, and that's why we're calling it a home away from home. Now, Lynn, tell us a bit about Zadran's story, how you got involved with Choc in the first time, because what a journey that you guys have walked.
Yeah, after his first 12-hour operation, the social worker, she took us to the Choc home. She took us to the Choc home, and from there we stayed there for 2 months because it was his radiation for 6 to 8 weeks.
A 12-hour operation.
Yeah.
How did this journey impact you and your family? Adrian, I'll get to you just now.
I don't know how to explain it, but it was very traumatizing during that time. He was there in the operation, the radiation, and all I did was pray for him just to get better. And today I'm very glad for him.
What did it mean, the support, having a home away from home, so to speak, at Choc? I mean, what was that like for you, going through a time like you guys stepped through as a family?
The Choc family there was very supportive and very, it was, I don't know how to explain it, sorry, but it's really a home away from home, it's all I can say, because everybody was friendly, and to meet the other parents from other places and the other kids and I saw they were telling me about the other cancers the other kids have, so it was very nice.
I can understand. Adrian, just quickly, what did you take from this journey? You came through it, like I mentioned, you're an absolute warrior, my friend. Well done for standing up and not giving up hope. How do you feel coming through this journey?
Very happy and grateful that I'm alive.
And I can only imagine, is there anything that you can say to other youngsters maybe out there that's facing the same mountain that you've climbed right now?
Yes, they must stay positive and always listen to the doctors.
Oh man, I'm sure that makes your heart smile so much, Lynn. Lynette, this is incredible. You know, just looking at the pictures there and looking at Adrian right now, a strong young man at the moment. I mean, it must also make you guys smile, but you see this every single day as well. What is the status of the Pretoria home at the moment? Why the need for a bigger space?
Yeah, as you know, many families have to travel long distances to access the pediatric oncology units, as they are not at all hospitals pediatric oncology units. So at the previous Pretoria Choc house, or the current one, there was not enough space for the amount of families that are being referred there. So therefore, there's always been a need for a bigger house that can accommodate more families, so that no family is turned away once they need accommodation.
And I love that. And just quickly, September, of course, Childhood Cancer Awareness Month as well. What have you got planned, raising awareness?
Yes, there's a lot of activities happening and calls for action across the country. September is International Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and we call it Go for Gold and Give Hope. As you know, gold is the colour of childhood cancer, and people can purchase gold-branded ribbons from the various Choc regional offices. They can also visit our website to look at all the activities that are happening across the country. In the Western Cape, we also honoured to have a well-known restaurant called Sergeant Pepper's that is hosting a golf day for Choc. So there's just many activities around the country where we are commemorating International Childhood Cancer Month and rallying more support for children and their families.
Lynette, thank you very much for the work, your entire team that you guys are doing. Lynn, I'm very, very happy for you. Adrian, my friend, you are an inspiration. You are an inspiration. Thank you very much for coming here this morning and just sharing your story a little bit. I wish we had the whole morning to talk and just discuss that a little bit, but what a journey that you guys have walked. But really, this is what it comes down to. Let's help Choc raise funds as they continue to support little patients and their families who walk the journey of fighting cancer. And we would love for you to get involved. We have made it very easy as well for you to donate. And remember, every little bit helps. You can donate through SnapScan, Zapper, BackaBuddy, or EFT. And for more information, you can just log on to our website, expressoshow.com.
Every day that brave young kids and their families battle cancer, the Choc Childhood Cancer Foundation supports them. And here at Expresso, we'd love you to help us fund their newest Choc home in Pretoria. You can donate through SnapScan, Zapper, BackaBuddy or direct EFT. Go to the Expresso website or tune into Expresso for more details.
Yes, indeed. Please head off our Expresso website and let's all get involved and help these children in the Choc Foundation. Still coming up on the show, apparently there's some cyber criminals trying to get into the electoral system of the US. We're going to be chatting to Brian Smith, our tech expert, unpacking what that means to the US and the rest of us.
Oh, criminals never sleep, that's the problem. But after the break, we're going to take your Monday to a whole nother level. Carl Date is in the house and he performs for you after the break.
Instant hot chocolate? Of course, it's possible with Clover Super M when you hashtag try it hot this winter. Keeping the cast of Expresso smiling right through the chilly winter months, warmed up Super M is the simplest hot chocolate option when all you need to do is pour, heat and enjoy. So, hashtag try it hot with Clover Super M and catch the Expresso presenters putting their own twist on this cup of deliciousness made with love by Clover.
Yeah, cool. Keys are quite loud though. That's okay. Yeah.
It's 7 o'clock.
Thank you. It's 7 o'clock.
All Expresso presenters and guests fly domestically with Mango. Enjoy outstanding service, online check-in and seat selection. With the widest booking and payment options, Mango is the only airline globally to accept store charge cards as a means of payment. Fly in comfort with ergonomically efficient seats for more legroom. Aboard a fleet of new generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Join the presenters of Expresso and fly Mango.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC 3. So good to hang out with you. It's your fresh Monday morning. Still lots to come in that breakfast basket of yours. Right now, though, let's get another update in terms of your news headlines with Leanne.
Thank you so much, Ewan. In the national news this morning, Higher Education Minister Naledi Pandor says 20 billion rand will be set aside over the next 3 years for housing projects at various disadvantaged universities across the country. Snow, hail, floods and gale force winds were experienced in parts of the country yesterday, including the Western Cape. Meanwhile, warnings were issued for extremely high fire danger conditions in certain parts of the Northwest, Free State, KZN, Gauteng, Mpumalanga and Limpopo. On the international front, Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa has vowed to open a probe into the violence which followed the country's July election. Mnangagwa, whose inauguration comes after the disputed July election, says that he will soon announce members of a commission of inquiry into the violence. And then finally, tributes from former US presidents and across the political spectrum have been pouring in for Republican Senator John McCain, who has died at age 81. Barack Obama, who beat him to the White House in 2008, said that they had shared a fidelity to something higher. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Kat.
Thanks, Leon. Unfortunately, very disappointing weekend for the Springboks as they lost their first game in the Rugby Championship this season as they went down to Argentina by 32 points to 19 in Mendoza on Saturday. In other rugby news, round 2 of the Currie Cup kicked off this weekend as Western Province trashed the Free State by 32 points to 0. The Sharks downed the Bulls 26-10, while the Lions beat the Griquas 62-41. In footballing news, the first leg of the MTN 8 semi-finals took place this weekend as Cape Town City beat Mamelodi Sundowns 1-0 and SuperSport United and Kaizer Chiefs drew 2-2. And finally, Arsenal secured their first points of the Premier League season on Saturday thanks to a 3-1 home win over West Ham. Elsewhere, Wolves drew 1-1 with Man City, while Liverpool edged Brighton 1-0. We'll have another report for you on the half-an-hour mark.
Right, let's quickly take another look at your roads very quickly. In Gauteng, Linwood, there's congestion on the N1 southbound. That's between Stormfall Road and Linwood Road. There's an average speed of around 15 kilometers per hour. Just be patient on that route. And over in the Western Cape, Belleville on the N1 inbound, traffic is slow moving between Jipdejaag Avenue and the Sable Road exit, causing a 17-minute delay. Please be patient on the roads this morning. If you're heading out on the roads, please drive with care. I'll bring another update in half an hour's time.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Just after 7 o'clock, let's quickly get into your weather and your temperatures. Once again, it was a chilly weekend for the Western Cape, especially with some heavy rainfalls, and we are so grateful for that. But some of you even got to see some snow and hail this past couple of days. Now, Bilal posted a photo on Twitter saying, this is the closest we'll get to snow. Nice summer hail. Thank you very much for the photo. And Quinton Mtyala also posted on a picture of his back garden covered in snow. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much, Quinton. Really appreciate those photos. Man, I've been seeing those snow photos circulating on social media. It got me so jealous because it seems I'm missing out on it every single time it happens. But continue sending us those pictures. Maybe a beautiful sunrise in your part of the country. We'd love to know. You can post those pictures on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. And we'll give you a bit of a shout out a little bit later on again this morning. With regards to your temperatures for your Monday, rather cool temperatures starting off this morning for most parts of the country. Staying cool as well. Definitely as a result of that cold front that swept across the country. Polokwane this morning 5 minimum, reaching a high of 24 degrees. Mbombela on 10 minimum, your maximum 19. Pretoria 522. Johannesburg 319. Mahikeng 3 and a high of 20. Klerksdorp 0 and a high of 17. Kimberley 014. Bloemfontein -3 this morning with a maximum 13. Richards Bay 11 and 19. Pietermaritzburg 315. Durban 11 18. Mthatha on 4 minimum, your maximum 17. East London 11-17, Cradock 0 this morning with a maximum 14 degrees, Port Elizabeth 10-17, George 10-15, Sutherland -3 with a very cold maximum of only 4 degrees, Cape Town 11-13 with a chance of rain, some rain for Worcester as well with a minimum 6 this morning and a maximum 9 degrees, Springbok 2-14 and Uppington on 2 minimum, your maximum 15 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin. I'll bring you another update just after 7:30.
All right, let's kickstart your Monday morning on a feel-good note. Kyle Deutsch in the studio with Bring Back the Love.
Young Mogul. And is there anything you wanna know? Oh yeah, I'll tell you everything everything, everything you wanna know. Oh, how I long for your embrace. Every moment of the day I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. One thing I know, you're worth the wait. You in your arms is where I'll stay. Haven't I told you? Haven't I told you? Hey, to bring back the love, bring back the meaning. I want it all. Forgot the feeling of every moment spent alone, missing you. We're giving it all for just a moment with you. Hey, to bring back the love, bring back the meaning. I want it all. Forgot the feeling of every moment spent alone, missing you. We're giving it all for just a moment with you. So let it all out, let it out, let it resound out on the streets. I got all the answers stacked in the bag, they coming home with me. If there was anything, anything, I tell you, I search the world, I follow maps just to find you. Oh, I long for your embrace every moment of the day. One thing I know, you're worth the wait. I thought I told you, let's bring back the love, bring back the meaning. I want it all, yeah. Forgot the feeling of every moment spent alone, missing you. But I'm giving it all for just a moment with you. 2, 3. Let's bring back the love, bring back the meaning. I want it all. Forgot the feeling of every moment spent alone, missing you. But I'm giving it all for just a moment with you. Hey, bring back the, bring it back, 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 bring it back. Bring back the love.
Lots of loving on your Feel Good Breakfast show. That's Carl Deutsch. He's still with us all morning. And still coming up, we're going to be doing a cardio workout with Angelique, as well as chatting to our resident tech expert, Brian Smith, on the alleged US cyber attack on the election. So stay with us after the break.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. It's a Monday morning. Your feel-good breakfast show, live, large, and in charge. Thanks so much for joining us. And you, of course, you know when you hear that music, it means we're about to talk tech. And of course, since 2016, allegations have surfaced that cyber criminal groups have attempted to influence US politics. And now our leading tech companies have signaled that such activity might be on the rise again. And here to help us unpack this is our resident technology journalist, Brian Smith. Good to have you here, sir.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
All right, so let's talk about what's happening. Let's take it back to the very beginning of it all. What allegations have surfaced about cyber criminals' involvement in the 2016 elections in the US?
Sure. So 2016 was a really interesting year for both politics and technology. Yeah. And during the course of that election, both seemed to coalesce into one. Specifically, what has emerged in reports to the US Senatorial Committee is that a group of Russia-based hackers called Strontium attempted to influence the US elections through a variety of online means.
Yeah. And exactly what, according to this reports, has this done, or what has been done exactly?
That's a really interesting question, because this kind of gains new precedent as a form of what we can call online attack. Yeah. And specifically, it didn't really involve hacking, so one might consider trying to destabilize an election through tampering with results or balloting or voter registrations. Rather, this is what we can call a campaign of influence, where hackers attempted to create fake news, create spam bots to issue support for party political candidates, or even in the worst cases attempted to gain access to sensitive email correspondence between parties.
Yeah, so now the 2018 midterm elections are coming up. What are the rumors or allegations that are surfacing there?
So a number of leading technology companies based in the United States have signaled that the same activity that occurred in 2016 now seems to be reoccurring. Specifically, it's been noted that online cyber criminal groups have been attempting to gain access to voter registration systems ahead of the midterm election, which may signal another reoccurrence of online hacking, or what we could broadly call another influence campaign.
Yeah, so looking at this, do you think that this kind of interference really is possible? Are these allegations true? What's your take on it?
I think my unfortunate answer to both questions is yes, and I think this is something that we're definitely going to have to pay close attention to in the near future. Unfortunately, elections around the world typically use more outdated systems. They're not always up to date, and of course, updating an entire country to use one system is an enormously and difficult endeavor. Yeah. So going forward, I think this is the job of journalists, the likes of non-partisan observers, to really pay close attention to.
Yeah, and maybe for the voters to maybe start listening more to the rhetoric spoken by each of the candidates, and stop relying on those Facebook pop-ups and reading whatever it is that's there, and then make up your opinion on that.
Definitely. Primary sources count.
There you go. Thank you very much, Brian. Always appreciate your time and your expertise. Of course, let us know which stories have caught your attention from the world of technology. And for the latest, you can also check out our website, expressoshow.com. Now, did you know that there are small differences between men and women's hearts? Now, Graham is in the lounge now with Professor Pamela Naidu to find out how this is possible and how we should be looking after this very precious organ in our bodies.
During the last few months, we've been discussing different aspects of heart health, and today we continue that discussion with a focus on the difference between men and women, he says with a wry smile. Now, did you know that up to 80% of heart disease and strokes can be prevented through healthier eating? So having a bowl of jungle oats in the morning is a great idea, made from 100% whole grain pure oats, high in fiber, low in GI, and assists in heart wellness. Back in studio to give us more insight into heart health is Professor Pamela Naidu of the Heart and Stroke Foundation of South Africa. Pam, great to have you back.
Thank you.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. That should be enough to go on from now. But I think it's worth noting that we do have very particular health risks, as much as there is an overlap. When it comes to heart health specifically, what is the key difference between men and women?
So the recent evidence tells us that actually the risk is the same, really. But if you have to break that down, so if you have an unhealthy lifestyle, your risk is the same.
The causes are the same,
yeah. Yeah, exactly. But if you have to look at different sort of phases of a man's life and a woman's life, so for example, your more risky periods would be during perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. But added to that, women seem to be in South Africa at an increased risk of being overweight and obese. And I think that if you look at South Africa, that kind of puts them more at risk in a way. And then, of course, combined with increased levels of stress and bad eating habits and inactivity, then it just simply kind of trebles and quadruples your risk.
Exponentially so.
Yeah.
And this is something that we've spoken a lot about.
Yeah.
And I suppose then the nuance might come in with symptoms and how we exhibit that stress or the bad health in general when it becomes critical. Do men and women exhibit differently, or are the symptoms different?
That's actually a really good question. And I think that is where you hit the nail on the head, because what we often find is not only for cardiovascular conditions like heart disease and stroke, but women tend to seek health care more than men do.
Because we don't need it.
Because, exactly. So the kind of the macho side of the male sort of psyche. So a man would have these chest pains and sort of say, well, you know, maybe it's not so serious, and so hence he would probably die of a heart attack, you know, without sort of realizing how serious
Not
it
to
is.
get severe or anything.
But what women would go and have themselves checked, you know.
And a possibility of understanding or maybe knowing your body or being a bit more in tune with your body.
Yeah.
That's been a certain kind of a wake-up call for me. Doing, you know, it sounds silly, doing things like martial arts or being very active and injuring myself all the time. I've now learnt about my body in a way that seems to not be the norm, which is crazy to me. A big question, and maybe there's no simple answer, men or women, when it comes to risk of heart attack, is it a simple answer?
It's not a simple answer, because I think that there was a time. So I would say over the decades, the whole pattern has changed. Yes, there was a point where men were more at risk for heart attacks. But now I think the risk is kind of almost, once you hit 45, you should really start worrying about your heart health and your brain health, of course, for stroke, because, you know, one kind of is a risk for the other.
So is that the age that we should really be worrying about, or is that risk getting younger, that kind of zone, that danger area getting younger and younger?
So I would say previously it would be around 50 and over. Now it's kind of shifted down. So, you know, if you've kind of faced with a lot more stresses and an overall unhealthy lifestyle, then that is going to start at 40. But at 45, you should have more medical checks. You should ensure, you know, your blood pressure is normal. And really, it is about mind-body as well, you know, that kind of synergy. You can't underestimate that.
I'm going to put this question to you. Instead of saying, as I normally said, well, what can we do to prevent this? How can we go back and reverse possibly the effects of ill health? Can we do that? Because at 40, 45, old dog, how do we institute new tricks?
You can. And so I think the way to do it is to do it systematically. So if you consult your medical practitioner, you know, I can just tell you very quickly to consider what's the highest risk factor. So if you have an unhealthy lifestyle by not eating well and being inactive, and have a lot of stress, and you smoke tobacco, you know, so then you start to, you kind of go through the motions of trying one at a time. So it's kind of like behavior modification. But I would say of that list, you should cut out the tobacco and then start to work on the other factors.
I don't know if I'm feeling more nervous or less nervous after that chat, but thank you so much. A wealth of knowledge, and I think so important that we empower ourselves with knowledge. I think the message is clear. Doesn't matter what age you are or whether you're male or female, the responsibility to look after your heart health starts with you. And like we've said before, it's a lot easier than you think. And if you need a helping hand, go to the Heart and Stroke Foundation website for dietary guidelines and advice on healthy living.
South Africa's original oat champion now has a range of nutritious, delicious muesli. New Jungle Muesli, available in an exciting variety of flavors.
Right, we are back with Angelique van der Linde for a bit of exercise on your Monday morning. Now, earlier on, she brought us a brilliant kind of resistance band workout, and I was never ready for that.
You did well,
I really
though.
wasn't. I did well, I think, but I was never ready. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
What are we getting into now? How do we start on Monday?
I'm doing a nice cardio workout. So you can incorporate this into your normal training. Just throw it in there. And always remember, just always warm up before you do this kind of training. This is a bit advanced. It is a bit hectic on the joints and everything else, so make sure you're warm before
But I have
you
an
do
idea
this.
we're doing a full kind of body, you know, working with the full body, which means you're burning a lot of calories, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I am all for getting everything done as quick as possible, because as women, as mom, as business women, we don't have a lot of time. So just get in there and get done as much as you can as quick as possible.
Okay, let's see if we can keep up. All right,
Okay.
Try it out at home. Okay.
First one, we're going to do a double squat, and then we're going to run back 4 times. So squat, squat, run back, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want those knees nice and high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Power it up.
Okay.
1, 2. You can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right?
Okay.
Easy. Okay. Easy
Got
enough.
it. Got it.
Right. Burpees down into a flat push-up onto the floor. So all the way up. Take it down, and I want you to go down and up. Power it up.
And then, okay.
Good job. Come,
I've
2
heard
more.
one says,
2 more. Let's go.
Say that
2.
this is one of the best exercises.
Last one. Ha, good job. Right,
Nice.
next one. We're going to go down to the floor. You're going to walk your hands out. You're going to bring it back. Tap your one foot. Tap your other foot. Walk it down. Push up. Woo, I can feel it. Ah, come on, 2 more, 2 more. Let's go up. Ah, last one, last one. Up. Ah, nice and low down. Good job, good job.
That's great for stretching as well, which is good. I
Love
can
that
feel
exercise.
that nice in the hammies
And
as well.
every time you go down and come up, brings your heart rate up and down, okay?
It's starting, it's definitely starting. All right, next one.
Let's do another one. Let's go down into our triceps, okay? So I want you to do a basic tricep dip.
Okay.
So fingers facing in, all the way down. Get as close to your hands as possible. And then when you feel like this is easy, I want you to lift your leg. Just go up and down, alternating legs.
Wow.
And then when you feel this is super easy, then just go one hand. Woo!
Oh, you serious? Wait. Do we
Here we
cross
go,
it? Hang on,
here we
hang
go. You can do it.
Yeah.
4, 3,
Come on.
2, 1.
Okay, wait, I gotta try the other one.
4, 3, 2.
That is,
good
okay, you caught me
job.
off guard. Well done.
Good job.
That
good
is
job.
interesting. I love the fact that you're moving quickly. You can use the entire body. You don't have any weights yet. The heart is racing, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's good for balance, good for your core stability. Such a good
Listen,
exercise.
that's just a snippet. Just before we go, how would you structure this in? Would you go time-based, 30 seconds per exercise, or how would you do it?
I love to do a 30 seconds kind of thing. And when you feel like you need a little bit of an extra push, take it up to 1 minute. Why not?
Easier said than done, but challenge
And
accepted.
I love to incorporate that with the bands that we did earlier on. So let me know how you did. Go do this at home and let me know how you did.
Hey man, if you're not inspired now, right now, I don't know what will inspire you this morning, but that's your fitness on your Monday morning. Will you feel back for show?
Wow, we were. Angelique is a beast.
Whoa,
Absolutely love that.
Angelique.
She put you in 3 spaces
Yeah,
there.
well, look, I'm glad I'm not the person doing that fitness workout there. In fact, thanks for the muffin, Princess. Can I have a slice of chocolate cake?
Whoa.
You're
okay.
sharing this with me.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Angelina says she's definitely going to get me for that. But coming up after the break, we need to talk about flight deals, all with Travel Star. Do not miss that.
And we're also going to be chatting to the people from insurance and talking about understanding your insurance. I mean, if you're lucky in life, you'll never have a car accident or you'll never have your house damaged or anything like that. But life doesn't work that way. So what is insurance all about? After the break.
Here's your cake.
Protect your next with Standard Insurance Limited. Get up to 20% cash back on your premiums. SMS Expresso to 31492 for a quote.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It sure is, and it's a Monday morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Now get ready to blow out some birthday candles and watch your travel dreams come true with some amazing domestic, regional and international flight deals on major airlines. Now the travel gurus at Travel Start are here to share the very best deals for their 2018 birthday sale, and of course with new deals each day to your favorite destinations on your favorite airlines. Seats are limited till the end of this week, so be quick or you could miss out. And this morning we're joined by Odette Farling, who's the head of global partnerships at Travel Start, to give us the lowdown on the real low-down prices. It's good to have you here and good to be celebrating with you too.
Thank you so much.
Happy birthday. We're turning 12. All right, so let's talk about what Travel Start is giving in terms of special destinations out there that we can be traveling to and what you're doing this week.
Right, so we've got lots and lots of flights, so try and keep track. We've got domestic deals from $199. We've got regional deals if you're into going to Africa for less than 2,500 Rand. And then we've got international flights for less than 5,000 Rand. So that includes Mauritius, and we've got Bangkok for, I think it's 5,500. And we've got direct flights to London for 8,200. So there's loads of really good deals. If you go to our website and you go to click on this page, and then you will be able to see all the specials and the specific dates that you can travel. It's important though that you actually do go to the website and you check the dates that you can travel, because it's not on all routes, all dates. It's only on the dates that we've kind of, our algorithm has chosen for you. So it's important that you go and have a look at those dates before
Sounds
you
good
try
to
and
me though. You had me at $199. My eyes already started going, where's my passport? From $199 if you want to be traveling locally. But let's talk about the international deals. Mauritius and New York are up this week.
Yeah, so Mauritius, you can, well, they're all up this week. I think we've just given those three to you because we had them at the time. However, Mauritius, you can get at a real steal, because for Mauritius, you can get flights for $4,999 on BA. BA. We're subsidizing those, that's why I know. And then you can have some really good land deals as well. So breakfast included for less than 700 Rand per person. So if Mauritius is your thing, then go to our website today and get booking, because you can get amazing deals for both the flight and for the land arrangements.
Yeah. What about New York though? Because I want to go back to New York.
Yeah, so I think New York is less than 7,000 Rand, definitely. It's about 6,500. And I'm not sure if we've got hotels there as a package included. But that is a steal. I mean, 6,500 for New York is an absolute steal.
Absolutely. So what other great travel destinations have you got that we should not be missing out on?
We've got Bali, we've got Phuket, we've got Hong Kong, all for less than 7,000 Rand. So if you, I think those are already really nice destinations as well. And we've got Europe on Emirates. That is all exclusive to Travel Start this week. So it's important that you come to our website, download our app. Our app is called Flap. And you will also get push notifications of the specials as they arrive. Also, if you come to our website now and something's not available, we do kind of throttle through the availability.
Okay, all right, fantastic. And
so there will be more availability tomorrow if you didn't get what you wanted today.
Okay, excellent. And the important thing though is about how to book, because you want to get people there that if they want to make their travel dreams come true, as I said, that they get those specials. So what's the best way to do it?
Okay, so the first way is to go to our website and to scroll down and click on the specials page. And have a look there, and then go through the booking process. It's very simple. The second way is to download our app. It's called Flap in the App Store, and there you will also get all the access to all the specials, and we'll even have some exclusive deals on our app on Thursday. So keep a look for that. And then if you want to book the hotels, you need to call our call center.
Fantastic. Well, happy birthday, Travel Start, and thanks so much for bringing us these great travel deals as well. And so as you heard, the big birthday sale is happening this week, where you can fly domestically from as little as 199 Rand, internationally from as little as 4,999. Yes.
Can I say one more thing?
Tell me, yes.
I forgot about it. The first 1,000 people that books get a 1,300 Rand GoPro voucher.
Oh.
So that's really cool as well.
Okay,
really nice value add.
All right, so definitely make sure that you get to the website, travelstart.co.za. And then also, one very lucky Expresso viewer will be making their travel dreams come true. We're sending you to the turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean, where you can win a trip for two, flights for two to Mauritius, worth 15,000 Rand. rand. Now, all you need to do to stand a chance is enter our Facebook competition. Go onto the post over there and let us know that if you won those 2 tickets to Mauritius, who would you love to take with you? Tag that person in your comment there and also use hashtag TravelStartTurns12 to stand a chance to win in this great competition, which closes at midnight tonight. T's and C's do apply and can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
Whoa, happy birthday, Travel Start. All those deals makes me want to head on to the skies and live there. Right now, though, 7:30, time to check in with the news.
Thank you so much, Taviso. In the national news this morning, Higher Education Minister Naledi Pandor says 20 billion rand will be set aside over the next 3 years for housing projects at various disadvantaged universities across the country. Snow, hail, floods and gale force winds were experienced in parts of the country yesterday, including the Western Cape. Meanwhile, warnings were issued for extremely high fire danger conditions in certain parts of the Northwest, Free State, KZN, Gauteng, Mpumalanga and Limpopo. On the international front, Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa has vowed to open a probe into the violence which followed the country's July election. Mnangagwa, whose inauguration comes after the disputed July election, says he will soon announce members of a commission of inquiry into the violence. And then finally, tributes from former US presidents and across the political spectrum have been pouring in for Republican Senator John McCain, who has died at the age of 81. Barack Obama, who beat him to the White House in 2008, said that they had shared a fidelity to something higher. Well, that was your 7:30 news update. I'll have a full bulletin for you at the top of the hour.
Well, here's a quick look at the scoreboards from this weekend. The Springboks lost their first game of the Rugby Championship of this season as they went down to Argentina by 32 points to 19 in Mendoza on Saturday. In other rugby news, round 2 of the Currie Cup kicked off this weekend as Western Province beat Free State by 32 points to 0. The Sharks downed the Bulls 26-10, while the Lions beat the Griquas 62-41. In football, the first leg of the MTN 8 semi-finals took place this weekend as Cape Town City beat Mamelodi Sundowns 1-0. SuperSport United and Kaizer Chiefs played out to a 2-2 draw. And finally, Arsenal secured their first points of the new Premier League season on Saturday thanks to a 3-1 home win over West Ham. And elsewhere, Wolves drew 1-1 with Man City, while Liverpool edged out Brighton by 1-0. And that's a roundup of the sporting news.
More than a club, more than an appliance brand. Defy.
Right, let's quickly take a look at your weather and your temperatures. Before we get there, it was a rather chilly and weekend filled with heavy rains, especially for the Western Cape. And some of you even got to see some snow and hail in certain places. And we got a picture from Rory Williams, who tweeted this beautiful picture of hail in his garden, saying that this is a very rare sight in Cape Town. Looks beautiful. Thank you very much, Rory. And then Chantel also sent a picture of the hail that she found in her garden on Sunday. Beautiful stuff. Thank you very much for those pictures. Really appreciate them. Hope you have a fantastic Monday and a great week at that as well. But continue sending your pictures. We would love to see what it looks like in your parts of the world. Maybe a great snow photo that's been circulating all around social media, or maybe even a gorgeous sunrise. We'd love to know. You can post it on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. In terms of your weather, it looks like a chilly start for most parts of South Africa, staying cool for the majority of your Monday. Polokwane 5 minimum with a maximum 24, Mbombela 10-19, Pretoria on 5 minimum, your maximum 22, Johannesburg 3-19, Mahikeng 3 minimum with a maximum 20, Klerksdorp on a 0 minimum with a maximum 17 degrees, Kimberley on a 0 with a maximum 14, Bloemfontein -3 and a high of 13, Richards Bay 11 and a high of 19, Pietermaritzburg 3-15, Durban 11 this morning with a maximum 18, Tata 4-17, East London 11-17, Cradock 0 this morning with a maximum 14, Port Elizabeth 10-17, George 10-15, Sutherland on a -3 reaching a high of 4 degrees, Cape Town 11-13 with some rain expected still. Some rain for Worcester as well, 6 minimum with a cool maximum of 9 degrees. Springbok 2-14, Uppington on 2 minimum reaching a high of 15 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7:30 bulletin. I'll bring you a final update in half an hour's time just after 8.
Now, we all know that insurance is a no-brainer, but why is it really a no-brainer? Well, the thinking behind it is that if something were to happen to, example, your car or your house, and you don't have the cash to repair or replace it at the time, insurance is there to cover you, right?
That's right. Well, for that cover, you make a reasonable monthly payment to your insurer. It sounds like the most sensible idea, and it is. Now, on behalf of our Expresso viewers, let's get a better picture of why and how it works.
There comes a time in everyone's life where mishaps affect us and those we love. What we need is protection to see us through the stormy times, but what do we as the consumers really know about insurance? Head of Standard Insurance Limited, Dr. Nolwandle Mbalo, is here to offer advice on how to protect your next and everything that matters to you. In most cases, our expenses after an accident, fire or damage at home are greater than our savings. Insurance is there to meet those expenses. Just look at this beautiful house.
Indeed, this is a beautiful house.
Considering that we pay for insurance cover for most of our lives, it's really important to know the ins and the outs when it comes to insurance. What is really important for us to protect?
The first part is really taking into account the valuable assets you just acquired. You insure the structure of the property. And this actually looks in terms of the details around the bricks, the glass, as well as the boundaries of the structure.
Your premium, or how much you pay monthly to insure your home, depends on your risk profile. If you have security measures like an alarm system in place, it could reduce your risk and your premiums too. Of course, it can also work the opposite way. Now, looking around, what are some of the things that can be insured?
Well, first start is actually looking in terms of your immovable items. For example, your custom-made furniture, the beautiful table that you see here, including your TVs, your electrical equipment overall, but also including some of your movable items like your laptop, as well as your cell phone. The two items that I've just specified are important that you specify them in your policy, because the risk also there is higher than the items that are actually within your house.
When purchasing a new home, when is the right time to have it insured?
The right time is at the point of transfer of ownership. The minute you sign change of ownership from previous owner to you, you need to insure the structure of your property, because now it's in your name, it's your assets that you need to protect.
In some cases, like getting a home loan, insurance is compulsory. The question is which policy to choose. One which offers affordable protection and from a reputable company that will help you protect what matters most to you. Nolwandle, what should one keep in mind when looking for a short-term insurer?
Important question that you're asking, because for the consumer, you have to take into account relevance of the product to meet your needs. The second component in that relevance is actually the price. And more critical is the element, can the insurer deliver on their promise? It's also about the reputation of the insurer. You have to deal with a reputable insurer where you feel comfortable that you can easily access them.
As they say, knowledge is power, and that's exactly what I'm feeling thanks to Standard Insurance Limited, helping you protect your next.
Protect your next with Standard Insurance Limited. Get up to 20% cash back on your premiums. SMS Expresso to 31492 for a quote.
Well, stay tuned to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We're going to take a quick break, get warm, because it's quite crispy and chilly out here. But when we come back, we talk to our travel experts at Travel Starts about the future of travel and the travel trends right now.
Yep, that's right. Also, we're going to be checking out some plant-based living with Woolworths. If you're stuck in a veggie rut, the next couple of months are definitely for you. Abigail Dunley will join us to chat all about that after the break.
Get game-changing flight deals with Travel Starts Birthday Flight Sale. Launched on Expresso this August the 27th, 2018. Get ready to blow out some birthday candles and watch your travel dreams come true with domestic, regional and international flights on major airlines at amazing prices. Travel Starts online birthday flight sale runs from the 27th to the 31st of August, 2018. Get new routes each day in Travel Starts newsletter, their flight booking app Flap, or follow social media to be the first to know.
Welcome back to your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso, and it's time now to check in on your international entertainment news. What's happening, Leanne?
Oh, madness, I tell you. There just seems to never be an end to the craziness that sometimes befalls these artists. Those artists that we're speaking about, Beyonce and Jay-Z, currently on their On the World, or rather On the Run tour. This is On the Run 2. Now, the two of them were out in Atlanta, Georgia, when, according to footage, a man decided to storm the stage to try and get hold of his idols, being Beyonce and Jay-Z. As you can see, the security runs, the backup dancers run. I love that the backup dancers are in there.
Yeah, they're on standby.
Everybody just wanting to protect B and J, because you don't know. The man was actually unharmed. He didn't have any weapons, but you don't know what someone could try to do to their idol when they actually get their hands. I've actually been hit by somebody once.
Hit?
Yeah, somebody like full-on gave me a judo chop on the arm.
What level of fandom is that?
So what would you not do to Beyonce if you actually saw her? And then, of course, at the end of the show, they had an intoxicated male enter the stage, according to a statement from Beyonce and Jay-Z's On the Run tour. And it was said that at this point, we had a controlled evacuation of all crew on the stage in order to safely diffuse the situation. We are happy to confirm that nobody was hurt during the incident, and Mr. and Mrs. Carter are choosing not to press charges against this individual.
Well,
so
the things that happen in the big A, that is just insane. I'm a big fan, but I would never do that. But listen to this one. Janet Jackson will be honored at the Black Girls Rock Awards. Janet Jackson will receive the Rockstar Award at this year's Black Girls Rock Awards. The Grammy winner will be honored as a phenomenal woman in music.
She is.
As we know, she's just recently released her single with Daddy Yankee called Made for Now, which is absolutely amazing. All that African explosion coming through. The show is set to be hosted by Queen Latifah in New Jersey, and BET will air the special on the 9th of September. But other awards happening on the same day. Mary J. Blige will also receive an award. Naomi Campbell will receive an award. Judith Jamison will receive an award, and Mary J. Blige will receive the Star Power Award. And that's true.
Stunning.
Because she has a consistent star power. Naomi Campbell will be presented with the Black Girl Magic Award.
Hello.
How fitting. And of course, Judith Jamison will receive the Living Legend Award for her work in dance and choreography. That's all coming up with the Black Girls Rock Awards 2018.
I love that awards ceremony. Beautiful stuff.
Well, that's it. A wrap.
All right, so we're all about the travels on this Monday morning because our friends at Travel Start are celebrating their 12th birthday this week. So the question we're asking right now is, what does the future of travel hold? Will it be check-in via robots or budget space flights? Well, the way we choose to travel is changing, and all-in-one packages have given way to a focus on the experiential kind of travel. People want to experience a place on their own terms, to explore like a local. And Paulina Klotzbucher joins us this morning to chat about the travel industry this year and in the future. What are the current trends that we can look out for? Great to have you here. And
thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. I hope we look good for our age.
You certainly do. You certainly do. So what do you think has been the success and the driving force behind that success at Travel Start for the past years?
Well, we've always had a massive fare focus, and it's all about finding simplicity in travel, because it's actually quite complicated to book an international ticket, especially for South Africans that don't do it that often. So, for example, between London and New York, there are over 100,000 combinations of airline, route, and price that you can find. 100,000, and that's a simple 6-hour flight. So you can imagine the amount of complexity that's required by Travel Start to be able to find the perfect fares that we serve our customers. So we really do simplify travel, and a lot of the heavy tech is under the hood that a lot of customers don't really see or experience themselves.
Yeah, thank goodness. I don't think even I would have the patience to make the necessary calls back and forth to find out, like you said, the dates, the travels, the prices to get to my ideal combination. But when you look at travel trends for the year, what have been some of the most popular travel destinations for the year, and what are your predictions for 2019?
So South African travel is very easy to predict because it's based on two things, visa requirements and currency strength. So in the last few months, Mallorca, Ibiza, Greece has been really popular, but now since the problems in Turkey, I think that's going to emerge as a really strong travel destination, mainly because when you go there, you're actually going to feel like you have a lot of money because it's a destination where our currency is a little bit stronger. So I would definitely
love that there.
Oh yes, no, amazing food, amazing combinations of culture, food, experiences. So I would definitely recommend that. But more than that, there's a whole other area of travel trends that are happening with reference to how airlines are loading their fares.
Okay.
So, for example, in the past, you would book an international ticket and it would include everything from your luggage to everything.
Yes.
So now certain airlines, for example, Virgin Atlantic, are loading fares without luggage. So that makes it a lot cheaper. But you have to be very cognizant of what it is that you're buying, because you might land up buying a flight from Cape Town to London without luggage. And then you'll have to buy the extra luggage at the airport. So it's very important to be able to see what exactly you're buying. And those are some of the big emerging trends which are going to happen, because I think more and more airlines are going to be doing that.
Yeah. And what about AI? What role is AI playing now in the travel industry?
So everyone talks about AI, machine learning, chatbots. Those are, you can't go to a conference nowadays without someone talking about that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, is anyone really doing it very well outside of the few demos that everyone's seen from Google? No. So honestly, you'll be able to find some cool chatbots that can answer some basic questions like when is a good time to check in. I think that's probably where it's going to go to in the next year. But very basic stuff. Is there going to be a chatbot that you can kind of have a whole conversation with about Thailand and whether you should go in December, and is it really that humid, or should you rather go, you know, a different time of the year?
Probably not, because the bot hasn't been there.
Yeah,
It doesn't know what it's talking
exactly,
about.
which is why even TravelStart, who is a fully digital agency, we even have real travel agents, so to speak, in our offices that you can call in and have that conversation with face-to-face, because ultimately you can't really get away from the human touch.
Yeah. I've been looking forward to asking you the question about your ultimate travel gadget to have and why it's so important to get your hands on it.
Okay, well, I'm a female, and for me, luggage, super important, and I have had one bad experience, and that has scarred me for life. There's nothing like landing in a destination after fully planning your wardrobe, only for your luggage not to have arrived with you.
That is the
So,
worst.
there are quite a few GPS trackers. They're like little discs. You slip them into your luggage, you download the app, and you can see exactly where your luggage is going. I still haven't figured out what would happen if you opened up the app on the plane and connected to the Wi-Fi and suddenly saw your luggage going in a completely different direction. I'm not really sure what kind of action you can take other than like stress panicking, but at least you know where it is.
That's a very, very good one to have. Tell the pilot to do a handbrake turn and just start chasing your luggage. Thanks so much for joining us, Paulina. Much
Absolutely.
appreciated.
Thank you very much for having me.
And of course, be sure to visit travelstart.co.za this week for their incredible 2018 birthday sale with domestic flights from just 199 Rand and international flight specials from only 4,999. Now, TravelStart is flipping the script, and they're giving you a gift to celebrate their 12th birthday. One lucky Expresso viewer will be making their way to the turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean, where they will win flights for two to Mauritius worth 15,000 Rand. Now, to stand a chance of winning this amazing prize, enter our Facebook competition. You can like, comment on our Expresso Facebook page post by answering this very easy question. If you were to win those 2 tickets to Mauritius from TravelStart, who would you take with you? Now, tag the person and use hashtag TravelStartTurns12 to stand a chance to win. This competition does close at 12 o'clock midnight tonight. T's easy to apply, and you can find them on our website, expressoshow.com.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
All right, jumping into the kitchen right now, and just look at this fresh produce. We love it. Abigail Donnelly from Woolworths back with us. Now, last week she was here to tell us how we can more easily embrace a plant-based kind of diet. And after the camera stopped rolling, she said, but I've got so much more to say. So we thought we're going to bring her back and focus on some more fresh produce from Woolies. Abigail, lovely. Happy Monday to you.
Yeah, you too.
This looks delicious, man. I mean, I love incorporating greens and fresh veg, especially seasonal veg, into my diet as well. That's what we spoke about last week.
Yes.
But let's focus on what we have here right now. I think cauliflower is definitely one of those kind of versatile kind of ingredients, very popular with like your Banting kind of diets as well.
Yes.
So what's the deal here? What do we have?
Okay, so first of all, I chose my vegetables today that have got like meat. kind of flavors and umami and things that you could add to it.
Okay.
So cauliflower, yes, as you say, became the new potato, poor potato, the humble potato lost out, and now cauliflower was the hero. But it really is fabulous. I think cauliflower matches perfectly with raisins.
Yes.
So what I do is I roast the whole cauliflower.
Okay.
For like a cauliflower cheese.
Yeah.
But without the cheese.
Right.
Because it is plant-based, but you can also have the dairy-free cheddar on top. And then I add a little bit of capon, olive oil, sherry vinegar or balsamic vinegar and raisins. And I let them bake and then I take it to the table and everybody can kind of spoon the cauliflower out. So it becomes like a slow-cooked roast meat, but it's cauliflower because that's that kind of technique that you use.
Absolutely. And I know from cauliflower, it absorbs flavour really well as well. So.
Also into salads, so I just quickly give them a little bit of, because you need a little bit of caramelization on your vegetables if you're having a plant-based diet to get the meat kind of flavour or the connotation back into it. Right. So caramelize in a little bit of butter or olive oil or coconut oil. And then, again, raisins and vinegar, chopped celery, almonds, a little bit of smoky extract to get that kind of barbecue flavour as well.
And it looks beautiful. And then we have...
And these are fabulous.
I've actually never seen... I've asked Abigail, what is this? But this is the blonde variety of the broccoli, as far as I know.
Yes, exactly.
Pretty much
Me
it,
too,
right?
yeah, absolutely. And this just blanched or just put on the char grill just to give them a bit of a grill kind of flavour.
Yeah.
And then Parmesan cheese.
Oy.
Absolutely divine. I mean, you can just have a whole... Fioretto. And they're beautiful.
Just
and of course, I mean, Woolies does convenience so well.
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
they're in a microwave bag as well. Already the florets are broken. You can just chuck into the pan
Brilliant.
or the microwave, whatever you feel.
I love that. And then move on to some aubergine.
Absolutely. Aubergine really has to be one of my favourite vegetables.
Yeah. I think a lot of people just don't know how to go about it, how to use it properly.
Because they do absorb a lot of oil.
Yeah.
So you've got to be careful of that and be careful of when you are frying them is to not add too much oil because you kind of think that, oh, you can't see the oil, but it's actually soaking up as you cook.
Yeah.
But my favourite way to do them is just to give them a little bit of a prick with a fork and then I just bung them into the oven at 180 for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And it's called kind of the poor man's caviar because when you split it open, it's got all the seeds and beautiful flesh. So either scoop it up and mash it with some yogurt and coriander into a dip, like a baba ganoush with a little bit of pomegranate, rubies or molasses, or I just cut them up open and I just serve a whole lot of them on a platter. Drizzle with yogurt, dairy-free, maybe coconut yogurt to get that kind of Middle Eastern flavour, pomegranate, rubies and some molasses and lots of chopped
and there
coriander,
you have it,
and the dairy-free feta,
and
which is going to be on the shelf soon at Woolies.
Look, it's also going to be bursting with flavour. And I mean, there's so much more. We can talk about this forever. We've got our cabbage on that side, which is brilliant for coleslaw.
Our cabbage, absolutely for coleslaws. I loved it when my gran just used to cook it really down with a whole lot of like butter. But instead of butter for plant-based, obviously you can use your coconut oil or any macadamia, all the varieties of oils in Woolies. But before we finish are these fabulous new things that I found on the shelf.
Look at them. They look like kale.
Yes, they're sprouting flowers, but they're between a Brussels sprout and a little kale.
Yeah.
And I've just roasted them.
Wow.
With a little bit of garlic. Like you can blanch them if you want, but just keep, as I say, it's all about the caramelization. Add a little bit of harissa, add a little bit of spice, and
you're good
vegetables
to
are all the way.
Cool. Abigail, thank you very much. I mean, look at this. This actually is mouth-watering to see all the delicious fresh produce. So check it out. It's available at Woolies. Abigail, thank you very much. So
thank you.
If you still think that veggies are boring after seeing this, then you need to keep watching Expresso over the next few weeks because we're going to be taking vegetarian food to a whole new level with Woolworths. So make sure that you keep watching. It's going to be very exciting.
Also to come on your Feel Good Breakfast show. It's Monday, which means we need to get into relationships with Dr. Eve. And we're asking the question, what happens to a relationship after you were on a break?
Also, bring in the heat on the dance floor as Carl Deutsch is here. He's got great songs to perform for us, so you want to make sure you stick around for all that and more on your Feel Good Breakfast show Expresso after the break. Princess Coffee, always on standby.
So hungry and thirsty today.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
Now that we're talking, Yeah, all I think about is lying with your body. Don't dare get me started. Leave it all, start walking. Leave it all on the line. It's been so long, we've changed, I know. How could we grow? A love so good, it's time to learn that we could take it slow. Can we take it now that we're talking? Now that we're talking. 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 All I think about is lying with your body. Don't dare get me started. Leave it all, start walking. Leave it all on the line. It's been so long, we've changed, I know. How could we grow? A love so good, it's time to learn that we can take it slow. Time we take it slow. Can we take it now that we're talking? Now that we're talking. 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 Yeah.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome to it. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. It's a fresh Monday morning. Hope you're keeping warm. It's nice and chilly wherever you are this morning. Well, we've got a great performance still ahead from Kyle Deutsch this morning. Stick around for that. That's heading your way in just a couple of minutes. Right now, though, let's quickly get another update on your news headlines.
Thank you so much, Ewan. In the national news this morning, Higher Education Minister Naledi Pandor says 20 billion rand will be set aside over the next 3 years for housing projects at various disadvantaged universities across the country. Snow, floods and gale force winds in the Cape. Some 330 homes affected by flooding in the mother city means that snow, hail, floods and gale force winds were experienced in parts of the country yesterday, including the Western Cape. Meanwhile, warnings were issued for extremely high fire danger conditions in certain parts of the Northwest, the Free State, KZN, Gauteng, Mpumalanga and Limpopo. Now moving further abroad, Zimbabwe's President Emmerson Mnangagwa has vowed to open a probe into the violence which followed the country's July election. Mnangagwa, whose inauguration comes after the disputed July election, says he will soon announce members of a commission of inquiry into the violence. And then finally, tributes from former US presidents and across the political spectrum have been pouring in for Republican Senator John McCain, who has died at the age of 81. Barack Obama, who beat him to the White House in 2008, says that they had shared a fidelity to something higher. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's a final look at what's happening in the world of sport with Kat.
Well, a disappointing start to the weekend for the Springboks as they lost their first game in the Rugby Championship this season and they went down to Argentina by 32 points to 19 in Mendoza on Saturday. In other rugby news, round 2 of the Currie Cup kicked off this weekend as Western Province beat Free State by 32 points to 0. The Sharks downed the Bulls 26-10 while the Lions beat the Griquas 62-41. Now in footballing news, the first leg of the MTN 8 semi-finals took place this weekend as Cape Town City beat Mamelodi Sundowns by 1-0. SuperSport United and Kaizer Chiefs drew 2-2. And finally, Arsenal secured their first points of the new season in the Premier League on Saturday thanks to a 3-1 home win over West Ham. Elsewhere, Wolves drew 1-1 with Man City and Liverpool beat Brighton by 1-0. That's a wrap-up of the sporting headlines.
Right, thank you so much, Kat. Let's quickly take a last look at what's happening out on the roads. There's one incident that you need to be aware of for the moment. KwaZulu-Natal in Kingsborough, there's a bus on fire. That's on the N2 southbound before the Winkelspruit off-ramp. Please avoid this route. That's what we have for you in terms of traffic. If you're still heading out this morning, please be careful and safe on the roads.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Flu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Right, just before we take a last look at your weather and your temperatures for your Monday, a quick look at some of your pictures. Thank you very much for Brian Henry for sending us a beautiful picture all the way from Kenton-on-Sea this morning. Look at that sunrise, absolutely magical. And then also that picture from Anfra Dupree sending a beautiful skyline picture from Brackenfell this morning as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Look like those sunrises are magical this morning. But continue to send those pictures. We'd love to see, especially if you've seen some hail or even snow this morning. I've seen a lot of pictures building snowmen over the past weekend that's been circulating on social media. We'd love to see. Right now, getting into your temperatures for the very last time, and a chilly start for most parts of the country as a result of that cold front that swept across the country, bringing with it some heavy rains and also some snow in certain parts of the Western Cape, and also staying cool with maximums not reaching higher than the the lower 20s. Polokwane on 5 minimum, reaching a high of 24. Mbombela 10, 19. Pretoria 5 and a high of 22. Johannesburg 3, 19. Mahikeng 3 this morning, reaching a high of 20. Klerksdorp 0 this morning and a high of 17. Kimberley also starting off on 0, reaching a high of 14. Bloemfontein very cold, -3, staying cool with a maximum 13. Richards Bay 11 and 19. Pietermaritzburg 3, 15. Durban 11, 18. Tata 4, 17. East London 11 and a high of 17 degrees. Cradock 0 with a maximum 14. Port Elizabeth 10, 17, George 10, 15, Sutherland very cold today, starting off on -3 with a maximum of only 4 degrees. Cape Town on 11 and a high of 13 with some more rain expected. Worcester can also expect some scattered showers throughout the course of your Monday, 6 minimum, your maximum 9 degrees. For Springbok on a 2 minimum and a maximum 14, and Uppington a 2 minimum as well, reaching a high of 15 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for your Monday morning.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Flu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Well, let's bring you the latest from Kyle Deutsch on your Feel Good Breakfast show on this Monday morning, performing his latest single, Now That We're Talking.
Now that we're now that we're talking. Now that we're talking, now that we're talking, yeah, yeah, yeah. So now that we're talking, now that we're talking, now that we're talking, yeah. Yeah, all I think about is lying with your body. Don't dare get me started, yeah. Leave it all, start walking. I'll leave it all on the line. It's been so long, we've changed, I know. How could we grow? A love so good, it's time to learn that we could take it slow. Can we take it slow? Can we take it now that we're talking? Now that we're talking. Now that we're talking, now that we're talking, now that we're talking, now that we're talking, all I think about is lying with your body. Don't dare get me started. Leave it all, start walking. Leave it all on the line. It's been so long, we've changed, I know. How could we grow? A love so good, it's time to learn that we could take it slow. Can we take it slow? Can we take it now that we're talking? Now that we're talking. Now that we're talking, yeah.
Well, now that we're talking, Kyle Deutsch, new music, man. Beautiful stuff, dude. Are you working on some new things right now? Any collaborations we could be looking forward to you dropping anytime soon?
Yeah, so there's a summer track that's going to be coming out in October, which we're busy prepping for now, which is part of that big thing I talked about.
The other big thing that you were talking about.
And yeah, there's new music coming out. We're busy prepping the album at the same time, so we're composing the songs and getting the track list ready.
Yeah.
And sorting all that
What
out.
about live performances? You going to be doing any soon?
Yeah, we on Tuesday night, if you're in, well, tomorrow night, if you're in Cape Town, the boys are going to be playing at the President Hotel, so come check that. That's just down the road here. Friday night, we'll be back in Durbs at the Warehouse, and then Saturday, we're also in Durban at Azar Nightclub.
Nice one, man. Thank you very much for the start on this Monday morning. We're looking forward to more music a little bit later on. Make sure that you don't miss out on that.
And when it comes to relationships, now that you're talking, and of course you are back together again, what happens to the whole dynamic once you've been on a break? Dr. Ivers here, and we chat more about that after the break.
And because it's a travel-inspired Monday, we're going to be exploring travel with Flap. So stay with us on your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso, after the break.
Get game-changing flight deals with Travelstar's birthday flight sale, launched on Expresso this August the 27th, 2018. Get ready to blow out some birthday candles and watch your travel dreams come true with domestic, regional and international flights on major airlines at amazing prices. Travelstar's online birthday flight sale runs from the 27th to the 31st of August, 2018. Get new routes each day in Travelstar's newsletter, their flight booking app Flap, or follow social media to be the first to know.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, any fan of one of the most successful sitcoms to come out of Hollywood, known as Friends, will immediately recognize the running gag where today's relationship topic comes from. We were on a break. Now, this refers to a time in the series where Ross and Rachel's tumultuous relationship causes them to take a break, during which Ross has a one-night stand with another woman. The event is continually referenced when Rachel claims that this was cheating, while Ross counters that it wasn't because they were on a break.
So today's question is, are you accountable for what takes place during your relationship's break? Our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, is in the building to help us discuss this sizzling topic, and our lines are open. So do give us a call with your questions or comments on 021-430-9881, and we will engage with you. We understand that this is, of course, a loaded topic, so you're welcome to be anonymous throughout this entire discussion.
Absolutely. Dr. Eve, so good to have you back on the show this morning.
We've had a break for a week.
We have. We were literally on a break.
What do we do now?
Did I cheat in between?
Where did you go? Which shows did you go on to?
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to think about.
You know what, this whole thing of being on a break, it can really bring hurt into a relationship depending on what happens during that break between the two people that are involved. Now, can we just contextualize for a second, what exactly do we mean when we say we're on a break, and what are the reasons that bring one or two people to make that decision?
Well, I really wish that people would sit down like adults, like we're doing right now, and discuss the issue of what does it mean that we're on a break. So the reality is that many people take a break before they actually talk about let's take a break, which means that they disconnect whilst they're in the relationship. They emotionally begin to detach, but they don't let their partner know. So they may be miles ahead of their partner in terms of knowing that they've actually already disengaged and moved on. They physically are present, they may even be sexually present, but emotionally they've gone. So when the conversation comes, or when the trauma comes of, like, I think we need to take a break, they say, okay, cool. Now, there are two kinds of breaks, and I have to just say that the word break is really offensive. You know, if you just even say the word
break.
What does it feel? Like,
it's a bit harsh.
Exactly, like you kind of get the stabbing in your heart and your stomach kind of contracts. So I don't like the word break. So immediately when somebody says, we've got to take a break, the other person is going to be really tense. And the old language for it used to be, I need
time off.
Space.
I need space, I need time off.
Or art.
Well, people don't really say art. They say, I wish they would. I need space, or I need time out, which is like, we need to take a break. So there are two kinds of breaks that people are taking. The one is, let's have a break to be able just to have this time out so that we can then make up afterwards. That might be the intention. Things are a little hot, I've got to get out of here, and let me just kind of take a break so we can make up and fall in love again, or repair the hurt from infidelity, for example. And then there are people who take a break because they want to have a break up, but they don't really know how to say, I want to break up. So they say, we're just going to take a break for a while.
And it never ends.
It never ends. It never ends. If you just think about people who even just end a relationship, how long that lingers. So what is this limbo state of, let's have a break? It becomes very confusing and incredibly painful for people.
Exactly. Well, it is very painful. That's why we're talking about it. That's why we're opening up this can of worms. So, of course, we can make it easier for you should you be on a break. I want to find out from Dr. Eve, how important is it knowing the status of the relationship while we are on a break? What are we allowed to do? What are we not allowed to do? Because trust me, people gonna get hurt. 021-430-9881 is the number to call. And remember, you can stay anonymous.
Well, it's time to celebrate, and for their 2018 birthday sale, Travel Start will be unwrapping new routes each day of this week, and this time they'll be sure to sell like hotcakes. You know that. So for exclusive access to these sparkling flight deals, you can sign up for their newsletter or download and update the flight booking app Flap to be the first to know. But how easy is it to sign up or to download the app? Well, Travel Start's SEO content specialist, Nadia Marth, joins us to give us the lowdown on how to subscribe. And I can tell you that since we came back from the ad break, till right now, I was able to download the app, register my account, activate my account with passwords and everything, and I'm already set up.
Fantastic.
And what was that, like 2 minutes?
It was under 2 minutes.
Done.
Exactly.
As easy as that. So tell me about what we can expect. If I'm signing up for the newsletter and I'm getting the app, what can I expect to get?
Well, first of all, it's so easy to sign up for all our specials. Whether you're on the website, on our homepage, on the blog, all you need to do is scroll down to the bottom and there's a little tab there. You can just enter your details and you're all signed up. And then, you know, this week we'll obviously be pushing all of our birthday sale specials, which we're super excited for. So you can expect new specials every day. You know, there'll be something different Monday through to Friday. So it's very exciting.
And you say that having Flap on your phone is like having a travel agent in your pocket. How so?
It is. It really is. I mean, everything is so convenient. It's all there. The whole point of an app is to really streamline your booking process. So from searching for flights, comparing airlines, checking in, you know, changing things on your booking. You can even request Uber on Flap.
which is really awesome. Hotel selection, car rentals, so it really, really is very cool. And then on top of that, if you go to our promotions tab, that's where you'll find all of our great specials as well.
I know that I did it a couple of minutes ago, but take people through the process of how exactly to download or update and register on Flap.
So it's super simple. It's available on Android and on the Apple iStore as well. It takes, as you said, less than 2 minutes to download and register and log in. Once you're in, we've got all your details. So if you're a frequent flyer, all your info is saved there already.
Excellent stuff. And how would you say Flap is different, and especially the newsletter that you guys send out to all of the people that subscribe to your newsletter? How is it different from other travel agencies out there that might be sending information to you?
Well, I think people are very more selective nowadays as to what they put on their phones and what apps they have. So people really want a one-stop shop where they can find everything.
Absolutely.
So instead of subscribing to 10 different newsletters from 10 different airlines or all of their apps, we really have one app that has everything, which is great. And also we get exclusive deals from our airlines. We've got great relationships with them. So a lot of our deals are exclusive to TravelStart and you won't find them anywhere else.
And you'll always be in the know if you have the app on your phone, if you're getting that newsletter.
You'll be first in line. So sign up today. Or download Flap, as you did, and you're good to go for our week.
Excellent. Nadia, thank you very much, and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Once again, loving the new birthday logo for this week. So be sure to visit travelstar.co.za this week for their incredible 2018 birthday sale with domestic flights from just 199 Rand and international flight specials from only 4,999. Now, one lucky Expresso viewer will be making their way to the turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean when they win flights for 2 to Mauritius worth 15,000 Rand. So to stand a chance of winning this amazing prize, you can enter our Facebook competition. So like and comment on Expresso's Facebook page post answering this very simple question. If you were to be the person that wins those 2 tickets to Mauritius from TravelStart, who would you take with you and why? Tag that person and also use hashtag TravelStarTurns12 to stand a chance to win. The competition will be closing at midnight tonight and T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstar.co.za.
We're back with our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, and we're talking about what it means to be on a break and what happens to a relationship once you decide to reconnect after that break. Now, we know that the decision to take a break can be on a scale from anything from amicable to highly resentful and even traumatic. But Dr. Eve, how important is it knowing that when you go into a break, that you know the status of what that break is? What are the boundaries when it comes to this? Can you go into the break and sleep with whoever you want? Or are we just taking space to assess where we're at and that's not allowed?
It's always so amazing for me when couples sit in my therapy room and they'll say, we just need to take a break for a while. And I'll say, well, let's talk about the terms of agreements. How often are you going to see each other? How much contact are you going to have with each other? And say, we haven't thought about that yet. Like this, I haven't thought about that yet. I don't know what I'm going to, we don't know what to do about that yet. Now, this is a couple who are taking a break because they can't communicate in real life. And I am really opposed to the notion of taking a break. Well, when a couple say, I really need to take a break so that we can work things out or we can date again, it's like, what? The only way that you can work things out is if you're actually in the heat of it, if you actually are living together or still in relationship with each other. That's a challenge. When you have distance and you're away from each other, you're avoiding the intensity. You're just avoiding the intensity of doing the work that needs to be done in the relationship.
We've actually got a call on the line. Anonymous. Good morning, Anonymous. What is your question or comment for Dr. Eve?
Good morning, Dr. Eve. I just want to find out, my boyfriend has trust issues, right? And then we went on a break, but I never gave him any reason not to trust me. So I just need to know, where does the trust, what do I do with the break? What happens now? Do I wait? Or what happens?
Anonymous, are you currently in a break?
He said he needs space. So now it's a week now, 2 weeks, that's all that we have now, space. So I just really don't know what does the break mean. Does he want to leave or does he want to work things out? What now?
Oh, that's a terrible place to be in.
It's the not knowing.
But also I don't like the sense of powerlessness. Anonymous, why are you sitting back and allowing him to decide to take the break or to take space? Do you have any idea why he wants this space?
apparently he had trust issues, which our tests gave him a reason not to trust me because I'm open to him. We don't keep things apart from each other. So I don't know what made him decide on giving us a break.
So you don't even know. So he has trust issues, and his way of dealing with his trust issues is to take flight, is to leave you completely because he feels insecure and he doesn't trust you?
Yeah.
You know, all I can say, if that situation, when he comes back to you, you are going to have way trouble, girlfriend, because he's going to be more insecure and more untrusting of you because now he doesn't know what you're doing in this time while you're not with him.
Yeah.
So I would really suggest to you that you take control of the situation and you say, listen here, brother, we got to talk about this.
Yeah.
We got to put some agreements in place because he's going to accuse you of all kinds of things. If he's already jealous, which is why he's leaving the relationship, you have got to really make sure that you have agreements in place for this space-taking situation, right?
Wow, it's heated around here. Well, thank you so much, Anonymous, for that.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's the not knowing and sometimes being stuck and not knowing what to do. Well, we are still talking to Dr. Eve, and the question is, are you accountable for what takes place during your relationship's break? Our lines remain open, so do call in 021-430-9881 with your questions or comments for our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, and we will engage with you. We understand that it's loaded, so if you want to call in and be anonymous, you're more than welcome to do that. There's more of this after the break. It's my feel-good breakfast show. Welcome back. It's your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. We're still hanging out with Dr. Eve, chatting relationships and what happens when you've taken a break in a relationship and how to manage and navigate that space.
Yes.
And I believe we've got a caller, right?
We do have a call on the line. Hello, what is your question or comment for Dr. Eve?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, who are you speaking to? Is it anonymous or do you have a name?
I have a name, Sinomta.
Hi, Sinomta. What is your question or comment for Dr. Eve?
No, I just wanted to ask is when you and your counterpart take a break, is it okay to oh no, can I start the question all over?
Yeah, you can. Don't be nervous. This is a safe space. You can talk to us. Yeah.
Okay. So when you and your boyfriend decide to take a break and then he decides to come back, is it okay to ask him what happened during the break?
Love it. Such a great question.
Is it okay?
How long were you on the break?
For a month. No, 2 months now.
Okay. And did you set agreements in place? In other words, did you say there will be no sexual activity, flirting, cyber infidelity with anyone else? Or did you just take a break?
The initial agreement was no strings attached. And then after a week, he asked me if maybe we should just like stay away from other people.
Okay. So he set the parameters and he said, stay away from other people. We're just going to be faithful with each other.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me why you're feeling a little nervous to ask him.
I heard a little rumor.
Yes? I heard a little rumor.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, I mean, it depends on how you want to get back into this makeup again. Because if you want to get back into makeup with integrity and with a different value system, then I think you should have the freedom to be able to say, I'm curious about what happened during the breakup. You know.
Yeah.
You should do that. But I mean, if you're scared to hear about the rumor, then you're not going to ask that question. And I mean, he has the right to be able to say no. But I mean, I think it's important that you feel the freedom more than anything else to be able to be transparent and to be able to express yourselves. Isn't that why you take these breakups, to be able to start relationships on a different footing? Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Wow.
There we go. Yeah, I definitely think you should be allowed to ask the question. I don't think you'll ever truly feel peace
if you don't know.
Restarting
but
this
if
relationship.
If they were in a breakup, does she have a right to know? Because here we come back to this story. You know,
but remember, he was the one that said we shouldn't see anyone, so she's upheld that.
But he said it after the first week.
Oh, so do you think it could have happened in that time?
In that week. Yeah. Well, the calls keep rolling in. There's also another anonymous on the line. Anonymous.
Hello?
Hi, what is your question or comment for Dr. Eve Anonymous?
I've got a comment. You know, from my personal experience when it comes to taking breaks, I don't think it's a great idea because we first must understand that before you even take a break, it's a thought that comes to mind, whichever party wants to take a break. And then you take a break. Once you take a break, fine. Each party, whether we discuss the break or don't discuss the break, either or, you are going to go out there and enjoy your life in whatever way you're going to enjoy your life. And by the time you come back to your relationship, inverted commas, it's totally different from what it used to be. So I believe if there's a problem, let's discuss the problem. If we can't discuss the problem and we resort to a break, we'd rather just put the up after that and call it a breakup.
Rather just put the up afterwards and call it a breakup. Powerful word.
A thing.
Wow.
I like it. I
think because time we come back, it's going to be totally different. And I'm talking this from my personal experience. You know, when you take a break and you come back and you're like, no, it's not the same, eh? Let's just add that up.
But hang on, Anonymous. Surely the reason that you took the break is because you didn't like the relationship the way that it was. So coming back and it feels totally different. Isn't that exciting and fabulous? Yes, Anonymous?
I didn't hear the last part.
So I'm saying to you, surely the reason you took the break in the first place is because you wanted the relationship to be different. So now the relationship's all mashed up and it does feel different. Isn't that fabulous? Isn't that what you wanted? Isn't that why you took the break in the first place? Because the relationship as it was didn't feel good. And now you're bringing back something new. Isn't that positive?
Okay, when I took the break, well, the break was really not my idea. When I took the break and then we came back, I felt that I had traveled, I had met new friends, I had, I'd done a lot of experiences, and then me having to come back to issues that we could have sat down and discussed, and all of a sudden now, after 6 months after this break, let's discuss. Those issues are still going to be there.
Yeah.
If you didn't like the pen on the table, let's discuss taking the pen off the table. Why are we taking a break? If I'm not loving you correctly, let's discuss that. If you're not happy with how many times I've seen you, let's discuss that. Why are we taking a break? Why can't we discuss that break? What is the break for?
Come on.
Anonymous,
Anonymous. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for that comment.
Call.
It was just awesome. But we just need to take a quick look at our poll that we posted this morning, where it said basically, Dr. Eva's talking about taking a break in your relationship. Have you taken a break in the relationship? It would seem that 37% say no, it delays breakup. So just like Anonymous said, it's inevitably, just add the up at the end and make it a breakup. 29% says yes, we stayed together, and 34% says yes, we broke up. So it seems like more people are leaning towards call it a breakup and just let it go.
This whole idea of break is not
Dr. Eve, wow, it's always just power-packed with just like something to think about. Thank you so much for your time today. Absolutely incredible. Well, continue engaging with us on social media. It would be really nice to see what your thoughts are. Hashtag Expresso Show, right?
That's right.
Indulge with Bliss Double Cream Yogurt. Made with love by Clover.
Very interesting topic indeed. I don't know about you, but Carl, I don't know. How do you feel about a break, dude? Like, would you take a break in a relationship? Is this something that,
I don't think it's wise, but people are doing it. And some people are having positive effects from it. So for some it must work, and for others it's obviously not a good idea. But for me, I don't think it's a great idea.
Yeah, Dad, I don't know. It's essentially like a breakup, and like we see the polls as well, it prolongs a breakup. I don't know, man. Anyways, let's make a smoothie. How's that?
Oh, well,
we got a delicious Clover Bliss double cream and mango lassi this morning. We're throwing in some cardamom in there as well. Goodness, I've never been this nice in the kitchen, or this naughty in the kitchen as well. So I'm gonna not do anything. You're gonna do everything.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. It's very easy. We're gonna pop a couple of ingredients in a blender, and that's pretty much it. All right. So it's a lassi, a traditional Indian drink. So we got some mangoes that we frozen.
All right.
Okay, so that goes right in our NutriBullets.
Oh yeah.
Everything. Oh my God. Oh, shoes.
I just leave those on the floor there. So
yeah, no, it's good. It's decoration, you know.
Some decor.
It's nice for the photo. Some cardamom that we have in there.
This is the third most expensive spice in the world, we got told just now.
There we go, you see.
Yeah, cardamom.
Carl knows his stuff. Some water goes in there as well. You can just throw all of that
on the counter.
Check this man. Check this man. And there we have our Clover Bliss double cream on that side.
Oh,
so you want about 1.5 cups, all right? So you're going to have to measure now by hand. There's a spoon. So
measure
get
by hand.
that in there. Try. Not in your hand, you know. Clever.
So 1.5 cups.
1.5 cups, about 1.5 cups, yeah. We have a marker over there that says max. So try and go for the max mark and see if we can get it. The keyword is Clover. SMS that to 33728. There's Clover to 33728. You know, you can also scoop it.
No, this is better.
Is this better? Please go a little bit.
More.
Oh, I just love stepping back and just letting our guests doing things in the kitchen. That's amazing. Let's see. Yeah, that looks about right, man. Let's get it in there. Should I do this part? You want to do this part? Should I do this part?
You're used to this part.
All right, give it a bit of a shake.
The gym bunnies.
And there you have it. Look at the mango, the colour. Yeah. All right. That should be it. What you might not know is that whilst myself and Carl's been listening to that gripping relationship talk this morning, he's been actually writing a song about our little mango lassi, which we can expect soon, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's coming soon, right?
Yeah,
it's on the latest album, which is going to be amazing. So lassi is supposed to be nice and thick.
Oof, it looks tasty.
Bam. Just like that. I always want to make sure that it's even.
Yeah.
All right. And whilst we continue measuring, that keyword, remember, it is Clover to 33728. If you've missed any of those very easy steps, create a delicious lassi. Here they are for game.
Don't forget to spill on that.
With just a handful of ingredients, you can get a wholesome serving of essential vitamins in a Clover Bliss mango and cardamom lassi. For this recipe, you'll need 1.5 cups Clover Bliss Double Cream Plain, 1 cup frozen mango pieces, a 1/4 teaspoon ground cardamom, and 1/2 cup of water. Add Clover Bliss Double Cream Plain to a blender. Add water, ground cardamom, and frozen mango pieces. Blend until smooth. Pour into serving glasses and enjoy. With a hint of cardamom and the creamy taste of Clover Bliss Double Cream, this traditional Indian drink is done in minutes.
Made with love by Clover.
Taking it very easy in the kitchen. You can see how relaxed this man is. Always very chilled out. But remember that keyword is Clover. SMS that to 33728. And dude, of course, Expresso, we always taking care of the environment. Paper straws, man. Yes. Paper straws. Very, very important. So cheers, brother. Do you want another go? There we go. Cheers, my way.
Cheers, bud.
Fresh, mangoey, delicious with our Clover Bliss Double Cream. Check it out. Clover to 33728. Also available on our website, expressoshow.com.
Indulge with Bliss Double Cream Yogurt, made with love by Clover.
Oh, if you know me, you know I love being in the kitchen, and later on, Ewan and I are going to be making some delicious food. Let's have a look at the menu. We're making a Be Well turmeric roasted cauliflower with Moroccan chicken. Already sets my appetite on fire.
And your appetite has been on fire today, honey, let's be honest. And then after the break, we're also going to take a look at the top travel destinations.
That's
All that
right.
and more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You hungry?
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
You're done.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Monday morning and we are celebrating with our friends from Travel Start who are celebrating their 12th birthday, and they want to get you in on the great deals that they have to offer, from the mountain ranges of Windhoek to the bright city lights of New York City. There's something for everyone at the Travel Start birthday sales this year. And of course, to give us an insight into what we can expect, we've got Eric Dedekant from Travel Start joining us. He's the Travel Start live team leader. Thanks for being here, man.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about local first. What is lekker in the Travel Start birthday special this week?
Well, we've got some really cool deals from like $199 for a domestic flight.
Yeah.
That's pretty. I mean,
$199 is
well,
it's
you know,
pretty
that's
lekker.
pretty much what you'd pay for like an Uber or taxi ride to go out for dinner somewhere.
You'd pay that for a good dinner.
We've had clients that have booked flights down on really good deals that we've had for one day. Fly down in the morning, take your missus out for a day, go for a sunset cruise and fly home that evening.
Hey, you're giving guys some ideas here.
Absolutely,
how to treat
yeah.
Bay.
Well, for $199 a flight, it's really not a bad idea, and that's, you know, between Joburg, Cape Town and Durban.
Yeah, and of course internationally there's also some great birthday deals that you've got. Mauritius, it's a beautiful destination, but for those who haven't been there yet, why would you say it's such a celebratory destination?
The nice thing about Mauritius is it's just a couple of hours away from us.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go there for a whole week. A lot of people like going for a long weekend for a quick bash. A lot of resorts have nightclubs on them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, there's entertainment at the resorts every night as well. There's Sega dancing, there's usually a DJ, there's party on the beach. There's a lot of, it's a really nice place to just go and take a load off as well, take a break from your busy life.
Yeah.
For a couple of days.
And of course, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, then
yeah.
We are writing millions right now
Absolutely.
with this that you're seeing on your screen. Now, 7499, that's the magic number to remember. Return flights to New York City. And you're talking bright lights, you're talking Broadway, Manhattan, you talk about Fifth Avenue, all these wonderful things that are there to explore in New York City. What are some of your your favorite places in New York?
Oh, gee, I really, really like the museums. A lot of art museums that I like. The different areas have completely different things to offer as well. I like the bigness of New York.
Yeah.
There's just,
right.
You can't really go and say, oh, it's not really for me, because there's something for everybody in New York. It's just on a much bigger scale to what we used to have.
Absolutely. And I think two of the biggest travel destinations, according to you guys, in 2018 are Bangkok and Phuket. So if you're looking to travel to Southeast Asia, what are you expecting there? What's in store?
Well, we got really cool deals this week from, I think, 5499 with Emirates into Bangkok or Phuket. That's from Cape Town, Durban or Joburg as well, which is pretty cool. Our agents have really good deals from like 500 Rand per person per night for accommodation in really, really nice beachfront accommodation. So we haven't seen fares that low in quite a while into the Far East. So I would definitely take advantage of them. I wouldn't mind resigning from Travel Start for 2 days, quickly buy the deal and then go back just so I can get me some of those flights as well. But grab them while you can.
Absolutely magnificent stuff. Thanks for filling us in, Eric. Much appreciated. So be sure to visit travelstart.coza this week for their incredible 2018 birthday sales with domestic flights, as you heard, from just 199 Rand and international flight specials from only 4,999. Absolutely amazing. Now, even more amazing than that is that one lucky Expresso viewer will be making their way to the turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean when they win flights for two to Mauritius worth 15,000 Rand. So, to stand a chance of winning this amazing prize, you can enter our Facebook competition. So comment on our Expresso Facebook page post and answer this very simple question. If you were the one winning these 2 tickets to Mauritius from Travel Start, who would you take with you and why? So simply tag the person there and then also use hashtag TravelStartTurns12 to stand a chance of winning. The competition will be closing at midnight tonight, and T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Book flights from 499 Rand, only on travelstart.co.za.
All month we've been preparing recipes to honor and spoil the women of South Africa, and Ewan and I have found ourselves in this kitchen twice. You, I'm sure, have earned so many points with all the women watching this show all the time.
We've been making some delicious recipes, we really have, man.
Well, today we're preparing a turmeric roasted cauliflower with Moroccan chicken with Be Well canola oil. As you know, the Be Well canola oil is naturally cholesterol free, and it's definitely, without a doubt, the best oil on the market. Let's get cooking this recipe. What are we making?
Well, listen, this is so easy. So we spoke about some of the fresh ingredients that's available at the moment, some fresh produce at that as well. So we've got some cauliflower, and we cut them in florets or kind of slices, whatever you want, but they look beautiful. And the thing about cauliflower is, like I've mentioned earlier on the show as well, they absorb flavor really, really well. And people kind of tend to steer away from cauliflower because it's very bland if you don't do anything with it. But we're going to spice it up. Firstly, we've got some chicken, we've got some thighs here. Here we have some delicious harissa paste, all right? Very nice, very flavorful, very spicy as well, So just with a brush, you just kind of get it on your chicken like that. And this is going to really absorb into the chicken skin as well. And you can have a beautiful, flavorful chicken.
Wonderful.
Just like that. Now, in the meanwhile, Tabs, if you want to just go mixing into that bowl, we got some beautiful spices on that side.
Okay. So you want me to gooi all of them in here? So we've got turmeric, we've got paprika.
That's right.
As well as?
Cumin and fennel.
There we go.
That goes in there.
Okay, all of it.
That's right. Everything goes in there. And then, if you want to take our Be Well canola oil and just throw a little bit in there with the spices.
Like this much?
That's good. Just mix that through nicely. Now, the keyword is Be Well. SMS that to 33728. That's Be Well to 33728. Oh, look at this chicken. How amazing does that look already, eh? And I'm not being shy with the harissa paste here as well.
I can see you're very generous there.
You want to have it flavorful. Perfect. So that should be fun.
That's all mixed
So now, when we have that is for the cauliflower. So
okay.
Just take our salt over there and just kind of throw it over our cauliflower.
Okay.
Give it a bit of a spice as well.
All right.
And I'll tell you what, I'll do some of this as well. Some black pepper. All right, that sounds good. And now, what you do with that paste, you kind of smear it onto your
cauliflower.
Just like that. Just give it a nice smear.
How's everyone laughing at the way I'm saying cauliflower?
Cauliflower.
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 Don't call the flour. You cauliflower it, okay?
Okay.
So basically you will make enough space to cover it nicely, and then once it's all covered nicely, of course we just made a little bit right now, but you can of course adapt your recipe as well. It goes into the oven, same time as the chicken.
All right.
Same time as the chicken, 15, 20 minutes, or up until the chicken is cooked through. And then you have a beautiful one like that. You'll see the cauliflower will absorb all the beautiful flavors. It'll become nice and yellow. The harissa paste on the chicken will crisp it up nicely. And then what we have some almond flakes that we put on over.
Nice.
We're just gonna bedazzle that. And then to bedazzle it even more, we have some pomegranate jewels that you just kind of put on as well, and some fresh coriander, and you have a traditional Moroccan kind of inspired dish.
Talk about bringing the cauliflower to life. It looks just so amazing. That meal looks so divine.
It's all about the colours, man. It's all about the colours, man. That's for you. You can have that. The keyword is Be Well. SMS that to 33728. That's Be Well to 33728. It will be on our website as well, expressoshow.com. But definitely a very easy meal and a quick meal to start your week off the right way with something absolutely delicious and packed full of flavour.
Well, it's how to shine with Mac time, and we all have a handy dumping and storage area in the form of a shed at the bottom of the garden. Now, it houses a variety of things, and it's an area that is so seldom sorted, cleaned, and properly managed. Today, we're talking cleaning, and the good news is there's no need to have a basket full of cleaning products when you call on Mac's powerful trio. I mean, how do you take care of your shed?
I mean, the last time I was in a shed was at my granddad's house, and that hadn't been cleaned for a while. When you get into it, it's...
Ooh, child. You're like, Lord help me.
Good bird, good bird. Anyway, yeah, so Mac dishwashing liquid with its high active detergent and power of lemon can help you cut through the grease. There's Mac multi-purpose cream cleaner, which combines an effective detergent with a soft abrasive for all surface cleaning. And then Mac multi-purpose thick bleach, which is a combination of an efficient detergent for cleaning and a strong bleaching agent for disinfecting, giving you 24-hour germ protection.
Absolutely. But then when it comes to, all things shelves and floors and walls, make sure that you wipe away loose dirt. Then gently chip away drips and spills that have congealed over time. Make up a strong solution of Mac cream cleaner in hot water. Swab shelves using a hard bristle brush to remove ingrained dirt. Rinse and repeat if necessary. Then wash down the walls with Mac cream cleaner in hot water.
Yeah, simple as that. And then it's Mac cream cleaner and Mac thick bleach to the rescue. So wipe away the oil and grease and scrub stained areas with neat Mac thick bleach. Then the detergent will of course do the cleaning while the bleaching agent disinfects the area. Then make sure you dust down Dad's favorite old toys or remove any loose dirt. And ingrained dirt and rusted areas will also respond very well to a thorough cleaning with Mac cream cleaner using a stiff bristle brush. Now these items are ready to be used, or maybe even put on eBay for a quick sale if you want to.
Here, here. And then when it comes to the windows, make sure you make up a solution of Mac dishwashing liquid in warm water with it will thoroughly clean the windows both inside and out, leaving them sparkling and streak-free. Window furniture can be restored to its original shine by using a neat application of Mac cream cleaner on a brush to clean the fiddly bits.
And as simple as that. Here's a fun little tip for you. You can allocate specific areas for storage so that everything has its place and is easy to find, which is one thing that we never did back home. Everything was everywhere.
Why? Why?
That's just how it was. But that's how Mac makes it easy to clean for you. And you can win a Mac hamper every week. And so congratulations to the person who won last week's hamper. Do we know who that is?
We do not.
We're not quite sure who that is, but we'll find out. And congratulations. This is Patricia Strachan. Congratulations. Yay!
Yeah!
Of course, you can stand a chance of winning by SMSing the keyword MAC to 33728. SMSs will be charged at R50 and no free SMSs apply. T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
That's right. Now, this week's giveaway ends at midnight this Friday.
Mac dishwashing liquid has a high foam formula that quickly and easily cuts through grease, making it easy for you to shine.
Shine on. We're still serving you feel-good awesomeness on this Monday morning on the Expresso Show. Coming up after the break, Carl Deutsch is still in the building. He's got his wonderful song, a big hit that everybody loves. It's called Can't Get Enough. He's singing it after the break.
Hey, what's up, boy? Are you gonna perform with us? Yeah. We can't get enough of this touching. Keep getting lost in the moment. I get a rush when we love it. Yeah. We can't get enough of this touching. Keep getting lost in the moment. I get a rush when we love it. When we love it, no, no. We can't get enough feelings one time. Forget about your feelings, yeah. Stuck in the moment, yeah. All the things we used to do and never did. Tell me, yeah, how you want it to be, yeah. Just don't make it easy, yeah. Can I make you feel like you never did? Oh, out the window, see them city lights. What? No roadblocks, yeah, we green tonight. What's up? I can show you what it feels like if you tell me. We can't get enough of this touching. Keep getting lost in the moment. I get a rush when we love it, no, no. Feel good like that show. Can't get enough of this touching. Keep getting lost in the moment. I get a rush when we love it. We can't.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday to you. Hey, every day millions of people celebrate their birthdays all over the world, and as we take today the 27th of August, we'd like to celebrate with you as well as some of your favorite celebrities.
That's right. Well, the very first person that we would like to say a very, very happy birthday to, celebrating their birthday today, famed fashion designer Tom Ford had previously been creative director at both Gucci and Yves Saint Laurent before founding his own brand. Also has a second career as a film director, having directed the Oscar-nominated films A Single Man and the thrilling Nocturnal Animals. I watched that the other day. Woo,
happy birthday, Tom Ford. Also turning 38 today is former South African rugby player CJ van der Linde, who made 75 test matches appearances for the Springboks between 2002 and 2012, including winning the 2007 Rugby World Cup.
Exactly. And then one more birthday do we have on our screen, Patrick Lambert. Of course, his wife Elizabeth wishing him a very, very happy birthday. Look at the two of them, so in love, and we wish you many, many more happy birthdays, the Lambert family. That is our bite-sized dose of birthdays. Remember, you can share your birthday with us or wish somebody that you love by tweeting us at Expresso Show. But happy birthday, everybody.
To everybody.
Well, how about this? Let's celebrate your birthday with the man of the hour, Kyle Dosh, in the studio. You really like our French Bulldogs, don't you?
Yeah, they're awesome.
And they like you too as well. All right, he's about to be dropping one of his hottest songs that we all love so much. And as I said, take it as a special birthday dedication to you. Here he is with Can't Get Enough. Let's go, man.
Yeah. We can't get enough of this touching. Keep getting lost in the moment. I get a rush when we love it. When we love it, no, no. We can't get enough of this touching. Keep getting lost in the moment. I get a rush when we love it. When we love it, no, no. We can't get enough feelings, yeah. Forget about your feelings, come on. Stuck in the moment. All the things we used to do and never did. Tell me, hey, how you want it to be. Just don't make it easy, yeah. Can I make you feel like you never did? Oh, and out the window see them city lights. What up? No roadblocks, yeah, we green tonight, yeah. I can show you what it feels like if you tell me. We can't get enough of this touching. Keep getting lost in the moment. I get a rush when we love. When we love, then no, no. We can't get enough of this touching. Keep getting lost in the moment. I get a rush when we love it. When we love it, no, no. We can't get enough. I can't deny I caught myself 100 times thinking about this. Just being honest, too sweet, yes. You've been lying lying to yourself and saying you're okay without this. We're nothing without this, baby. Out the window, see them city lights. What up? No roadblocks, yeah, we green tonight. What's up? I can show you what it feels like. Tell me, we can't get enough of this touching. Keep getting lost in the moment. I get a rush when we love it. Oh, we can't get enough of love. Touching, keep getting lost in the moment. I get a rush when we love it. When we love it, no, we can't get enough. We can't get enough. Holding on tight tonight. Sing it, fellas. In the passenger seat, take the wheel this time. Don't stop, cause we can't get enough. Hey, yeah. Hey, I'm in the passenger seat, take the wheel this time. Don't stop, yeah, cause we can't get enough. Get enough, get enough. We can't get enough of this touching. Keep getting lost in the moment. I get a rush when we love it. No, we can't get enough. We can't get enough of this touching in the moment. I get a rush when we love you. We love. We can't get enough. We can't get enough. Shout out to the boys. It's Jaden on the keys and Asante on the decks, right? Peace out, Expresso. You've been tops.
When you can't get enough, eh?
Oh,
that's
never get enough.
That's how it go. That's how it go.
I love a little bit of Kyle in the morning. Hey?
Kyle's always great this time of the year. Listen, make sure that you don't miss out on tomorrow morning's edition of your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Man, I've been waiting to see this guy perform for a very long time. Early B is going to be in the studio. Lekker J, lekker.
Yes.
Lekker.
Listen, on the similar excitement note of that, the brand new Nintendo NES Classic.
Oh, yeah.
They brought that back, the small little Nintendo, take you back to yesteryear, which is absolutely amazing with all those classic games as well. Bring you that console, we'll talk about it.
Amazing. Well, from music to games to movies, we have a movie review for the movie Eva with JP Sebastian, so do not miss it.
And if all of this is too stressful for you to handle, Dr. Darren Green will be in the building talking about how to manage stress.
Oh, right. Especially around this time of the year.
And it's like that end of the month payday versus debit orders.
Stress fest. Stress fest.
Which one is it? No, anyway, thanks for joining us. Thank you very much, Kyle Deutsch.
Kyle.
And we'll see you again bright and early tomorrow morning. We love you, South Africa. Bye.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.